Channel 1 channel, through the tunnel, not a scoundrel. This is Nana Senti and the Akwantufoɔ Band, standing here to present words that are broken, woven, and spoken. My name is Pabna Pra. Akwantufoɔ, Janam na Yakro, Yaduduo Yadipia Koduo, Nya Yakro, Yenimara, and Siobedruho. Akwantufoɔ, ni ohunu kwan eyo bisafoɔ, ɔnantefoɔ, okukudrufoɔ, atie bisa ni agro.
Akwantufoɔ ye future, that's ye bedu. Kakra ye future, that's ye bedu. Akwantufoɔ ye future, that's ye bedu. Kakra ye future, that's ye bedu.
Akwantufoɔ, jai eni mufutufoɔ, mo arechechefoɔ, mo amojejefoɔ, mo akantifoɔ, mo abofoɔ, asɔfoɔ, atɔfoɔ, nananom asefoɔ. Akwantufoɔ, enya fekubo, eye nsemkubo, enya patatuo, eye batatuo, bisa frema tatuo. Akwantufoɔ, yaduru mpa yanim, sane sɛ kwan da yanim, yɛtwɛn ban anaa pampim, yɛnsan yɛtim. Akwantufoɔ, mmerɛ yi ebisi yɛ ohwi, yɛnim ara, yɛkyi yɛnya, enti yɛbɛkɔ ara, yɛnim, amu, ganaba, osibisa, ɔkyerɛma, ayisoba, amanseba, oma, asabia, akosia, weyala, sheba.
Akwantufoɔ ye future, that's ye bedu. Kakra ye future, that's ye bedu. Akwantufoɔ ye future, that's ye bedu. Kakra ye future, that's ye bedu. Akwantufoɔ ye future, that's ye bedu. Kakra ye future, that's ye bedu. Akwantufoɔ ye future, that's ye bedu. Kakra ye future, that's ye bedu. That's ye bedu. That's ye bedu. That's ye bedu.
Johani, Wasu, Petro, Bokaima Yesu, Nana Senti, and Akwantufoɔ, Monfire too.
The City Business Olympics is back. It's all about team building, networking, and staying healthy. Which game will your company participate in this year? Is it 7-a-side football, volleyball, swimming, basketball, or sack race? Rally your teammates and get ready for action. Date, Saturday, September 27, 2025. Time, 8 a.m. Venue, Eden Heights Sports Complex. Call 0558-973-973 to register your company today. Let's keep fit, grow connections, and enjoy a day full of energy and excitement. It's powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV. Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe was Zebaut. How Zebaut there? Zebaut won Chaboke.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me. Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Want the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive. Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama, catch the excitement every Friday.
Channel 1 channel, through the tunnel, not the scoundrel. This is Nana Senti and the Akwantufour Band, standing here to present words that are broken, woven, and spoken. My name is Pabna Pra. Akwantufour, Janam na Yakro, Yadudwan Yadipi Akoduo, Nya Yakro, Yenimara, and Siobedruho. Akwantufour, ni ohunu kwan eyo bisafoɔ, ɔnantefoɔ, okukudufoɔ, atie bisa ni agro.
Akwantufour ye future, nasi ebedu, kakra ye future, nasi ebedu. Akwantufour ye future, nasi ebedu, kakra ye future, nasi ebedu.
Akwantufour, Jai Eni Mufutufour, Mware Chechefour, Muamujifo, Muakantifo, Muabofo, Asofo, Atofo, Nananom Asafo, Aquantifo, Enyafe Kubo, Eyensim Kubo, Enyam Patatio, Eyam Patatio, Pisa, Freman Tatio. Yaduru pa yeni sane se kwan da yeni ye twen ban anapampi ye nsan ye ti akwantufo emre ebisi ye oshi yeni mara ye chi yenya enti ye bekwara jani amu ganaba osibisa ochirema ayisoba amanzeba oma asabia akosia weyala jeba
I see a bedroom, I can't cry a picture. I see a bedroom, I went to for a picture. I see a bedroom, I can't cry a picture. I see a bedroom, I went to for a picture. I see a bedroom, I can't cry a picture. I see a bedroom, I went to for a picture. I see a bedroom, I can't cry a picture. I see a bedroom, I see a bedroom.
Johani Wasu Petro Bokaima Yesu Nana Sente and Yakantufo Monfayentu.
Jida. Midori said to Brian go a tree. What Jamie Kuwa way go. Mamma me a reconendo, a Johnny Tomanum point every door. You are crouching from my wanting to be a me pie, me putting on his son, and then I make my friend. Then I may yet me, and I dream me sweetie by a prayer, or so a day of room, my favorite birthday, and I need to die. Mumbai and yeah. Just be thinking about your lovely wife or your lovely husband. It's a happy day. Let me see. And you with it. And you with it. And you with it. And you with it. Yeah, Benno, yeah, Big G, yeah, Bessa, yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno, yeah, Big G, yeah, Bessa, yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno, yeah, Big G. Yeah, Bessa, yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno, yeah, Big B. Yeah, Benno, yeah, Bessa, yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno, yeah, Big G. Yeah, Bessa, yeah, Benno, yeah, Big G. Yeah, Bessa, yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno. That's left to right, party all night long. We rock till we drop. From left to right, party all night long. We rock till we drop. Yeah, it's a happiness. Yeah, Benno, yeah, Benno.
Hello, good morning, and welcome to the Friday edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. It promises to be very, very exciting. There's a lot in store for you on the show, so please stay with us throughout the entire period as we're sailing all the way from now up until the hour of 11, where we bring you information, entertainment, some education, and of course some food for thought, even as we steer into the weekend. I am Nana Tufo Boating, and this morning I am here with...
I am Philip Nihlate, but I know why we're wearing the same colors.
You shouldn't mention it. You should leave it for them to decipher. Let them think through and wonder, why do you want to give them that point?
So Nana says that you should think about it yourself, and whatever it is, you get to find out for yourself. But we still want to thank you for passing through the This is Ghana Exhibition and Fair over the weekend. It was an exciting one. We keep thanking you as sponsors, patrons, and also exhibitors who passed through and making it a success. We just can't stop thanking you enough. We've had some of the exhibitors passing through the studio to tell us what more they have for us, and also how you can get in touch with them. And I always keep saying that I'm sure you're preparing for the next edition, the 2026 edition of the This is Ghana Exhibition and Fair.
Philip, you were there. I hear you had so much fun.
But you were also there.
I hear you had fun. You're moving from stand to stand.
Yes, moving from stand to stand.
Engaging the exhibitors and the patrons alike.
Engaging the exhibitors, and sometimes I ask myself why I would want to travel abroad to buy some things and get it into our rooms or for our day-to-day activities when we can produce almost everything in this country. You know, it's like the country is import dependent. Like everything has to be imported. But if you are able to at least refine what we have, add value to it, and also export it to be good. I saw the chocolate from Fair Afrique. And that chocolate, when I tasted it, was a wow.
Yeah, Fair Afrique actually has some wonderful, some amazing chocolate.
It was good chocolate.
This country now, I mean, I keep worrying because if we create the necessary environment, policy-driven initiatives that will create a level playing field for Ghanaian businesses, Philip, we will be able to compete globally.
Yeah, we will.
See, walking through the various stands at the This is Ghana, I was excited that Ghanaians were doing such amazing things, but I was saddened by the limitations. That's the environment within which these Ghanaians are working presents.
Yeah.
I mean, there are too many bottlenecks in their line of production.
And that comes with the authority. I would like the fact that the Ghana Enterprises Agency was there, Ghana Exim Bank, also we had the Office of the Register of Companies and all that. Yeah. All the lessons we've learned from these things must go to help how best we can boost made in Ghana products, or how best we can boost local businesses. I tasted the kalami yesterday. Nana, you should try it. You try it with some hot banku or get their contacts. But that's what we tell you that we will do for you. This is Ghana Exhibition and Fair. It was just exciting.
It was amazing. It was amazing. The ultimate made in Ghana experience. I mean, you can't get this nowhere. I mean, the exhibitors were amazing. The patrons were amazing. Kwampa Band on Saturday, absolutely fantastic. Then there was Inchinchim Band on Sunday, electrifying performance. I mean, all in all,
it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. Ultimate made in Ghana experience. And so I want to say thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to MTN. Thank you to Side Hustle by EK Brand Consult. Thank you to EcoBank, Ghana Enterprises Agency, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, FVV Rice, Ghana Exim Bank, and also special shouts to Built Financial Technologies and Twellium Industrial Company. You guys were absolutely fantastic. Thank you to our exhibitors as well, over 160 of them, all showing or showcasing made in Ghana goods, services, technology, innovation. I mean, it was the Ghanaian ingenuity at play for me, and it was a wow experience. Wow.
And mind you, we are coming up with another event, which is the City Business Olympics, which is some few days from
27 September.
Few days from
27
from
September.
So, and we keep saying that please call the numbers 0558 973 973 now. and register. We have limited slots. We were here when we told you about that this is Ghana Exhibition and Fair not long ago. We told you that it was sold out. So what are you waiting for? Just call the number.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still confused why people want to wait. You see, the last minute thing doesn't work with us.
At all.
The nature of our programs, once we announce it, the slots are running. Oh.
Funny how people are even booked for their slot previous years.
Listen, the Business Olympics, the registration is ongoing, the payments are being done. So if you are thinking about, oh, let me wait till 20th, let me wait till 20th, boss, the thing will run out.
Yeah.
So the earlier the better. That's why it's on first come, first serve basis. You see, you need to make that payment now, register and make that payment now, so we can do the parents as well. Because it's going to be team versus team, company versus company. And so we need to know which companies are participating in which sport. 7 aside. Then we know how many. Then we know how to group them. Whether we're going to do qualifiers, we're going to do a round of 16, we're going to go straight to finals. We need to know the number of companies that are registering for which sport so we can finalize all of those details. So we beg you, if it is in you or you have the interest to participate in the City Business Olympics, you had better make that call now, 0558 973 973. Call, register, and pay. Make that payment. Once you do, then you are guaranteed a spot or a slot at the City Business Olympics. I don't want to do kokonsa, but I want to tell them that the thing is left is on few to go.
So make sure you pay.
Call now so you can secure yourself a slot. We beg you. Call now. Call now. 0558 973 973. Last year there were some amazing companies that put up some spirited competition, and it was quite interesting to watch. I mean, sometimes you wonder if they are in the wrong profession. Because the level of athleticism people, some of them bring to bear when we meet at the Olympics is simply amazing.
The GCB people.
And you're thinking, oh, these are just corporate boys, corporate girls, 9 to 5 people, they don't have anything. You should come to City Business Olympics.
And see it for yourself.
Come and see your own Usain Bolt there.
And yesterday when Frima appeared on the show, she made mention of some add-ons. So there's a workout session and there is a aerobic session, and there are some sessions or moments that you would get a chance to check your vitals.
So there's going to be a health clinic, a health screening session and everything. I don't like it when people give all the juice out to me. I want people to come and experience the thing.
She also said
just let them, there are special features this year.
Okay, so there are special
features this year, curated, designed specially for you.
Come and experience the special features.
Call and register, pay, and then come to City Business Olympics. Eden Heights Sports Complex, Wager, 27th September. We're starting at 8. Please, I beg you, I need to be firm on this. The 8th is when we are starting. 8th is not when you are leaving home to come. Because this year we won't wait for you. We don't want it to drag into the night. That's not the design of the event. So please, 8th is when we are starting. 8 a.m. is when we are starting. That is when you have come, you have assembled your teams, we are done with the registration for the various disciplines, and we are going on to the various fields of play to begin the competitions. Please, don't come there at 10 and come and say, I registered for this and that. That thing is not even fair to us.
It makes the work difficult.
Because you know what happens? By that time, there's some competitions that you have registered for have proceeded, it's progressed. So it makes it difficult to even pay you.
Sure.
You get it? So if you know you are coming from my adopted hometown, Tumu, you have to set off a day earlier so you can reach.
And get to Eden High Sports Complex early to participate. Okay, so the news
Business Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics.
I want to say thank you to UMB for sponsoring. We want to say thank you to Bethel Logistics. On our major supporter in this. So big shouts to UMB Bank, big shouts to Bethel Logistics. We appreciate you guys so much. But for the rest of you, corporate Ghana, the corporate bodies out there, please call us now. 0558 973 973. 0558 973 973. Register, pay, secure a spot, and let's go and compete at the City Business Olympics. If you don't have a coach, I do coaching on the side. Forget Tutuado, you never reach. Call me, understand? Hit me up on X at Nanatu4B and then enter the DM. Let's talk business. I can coach you in various sporting disciplines, but there's one I like the most.
Yeah, You found me. Anyway, so that is it for the City Business Olympics. Make sure that you are part of it. It's very important. You need to fold your sleeves, remove the tie, and then come on the field so we can do what we can do best on the field. Eden High Sports Complex is the venue. But I'm sure you've downloaded the Channel One News app yet. If you haven't, then please make sure that you download it so that you can get all the updates for yourself when it comes to the news item you need on your phone. Go visit the Google Play Store now and download it now so that anytime we post or we upload our stories, you just get notification on your phone and voila, we are good to go. So please download it now. It makes life easy for you and it also gets you well informed when it comes to information that you really need in our society and the world at large.
All right, I'll talk about the news. The newspapers are here. Friday edition, September 12, 2025. I'm starting off with the Chronicle newspaper. Front page says social media abusers will face the law. Social media abusers will face the law. When the president said this, some people were doing to know that their VPN is showing that they are in Australia or whatever.
But you can be tracked though.
Guy, like in this day and age,
you can be tracked easily.
Charlie,
I think it's called IP address.
Sometimes you people should cool down with your openly or your brazen display of your ignorance. Okay?
Well, we were here when.
Don't come and do to know.
We were here when we were told that the FBI was in Ghana.
Philip, I said, forget it. Don't do to know. Just be good. Okay? Yes. Do the right thing on social media and feel free. Don't go and yobo that you have VPN that shows your location. You don't purchase online.
Can be tracked easily.
Even your behavior, your pattern on social media can be used to track you. The phone you are using, the number in there belongs to a telco operator. Charlie, you is okay. Heath Goldfields under fire. Workers allege unpaid wages and delay in revamping the mine. Heath Goldfields under fire. Workers allege unpaid wages and delay in revamping the mine. Then you have Mahama must focus on fixing security matters. This is the Honorable Reverend John Intim Fojo speaking. Mahama must focus on fixing security matters. Our scripture for today is from the book of Romans, the chapter number 4, the verse 4. Romans 4:4. Now to the one who works, his wages are counted as a gift, but as his due. Okay, no, let me take it again. Romans 4:4. Now to the one who works, his wages are not counted as a gift, but as his due. Philip, I think this scripture is for me.
Really?
A few minutes ago, I was telling you about someone we know who looks like he's been getting some contracts to do some events and things. Who owes me? And has refused to pay. I texted him last night. He's pretending not to have seen the message.
I'm sure you are watching and you know it. So please do the needful. Charlie, do the needful.
The kids have open school.
We
have to pay school fees. We need to take care of the house. Pay the money and stop that. Go and read Romans 4:4. You understand that even the laborer deserves his wages.
For this one, we will catch this part of the show and send to you.
I've done the work. I've sacrificed plenty. You pay me my money. Charlie.
Let's bring you what is on the front page of the Ghanaian Point, and it starts with the national security to crack down on social media hate speech and falsehood. And also President Mahama to officially kick ball at GPL, that is Ghana Premier League 2025-2026 opener, which is actually today.
That's today.
Yeah, today.
So the first match I think is the newly promoted side, Hohoi.
You okay?
Yeah, against Hearts of Folk, I think.
Well, I really don't know.
Yes, and I understand there will be a performance by Stoneboy as well.
Stoneboy will be there for the Stoneboy part. I know. So this is on the front page of the Ghanaian Point. The Ghanaian Point. Kenny Japan. I am the only politician with ideas to transform.
Hey.
Well, that's what he says. You know, they are campaigning for the January 2026 primaries.
Yeah,
he says he's the only individual who has, the only politician who has the ideas to transform. Meanwhile, Baumia proposes constituency-based budgeting model for Ghana. ICAM's ASSF renovate and hand over washroom facility to Ayawaso Basic School. And these things, or these and more, you can find on the front page of the Ghanaian Point.
All right, let's get into the Herald newspaper. You can trust the Herald newspaper to do their thing. Ghana Airport's boss sparks national security scare. Blocks 213 Ghanaian peacekeeping soldiers from Kotoka. Aircraft diverted to Togo for emergency landing. Ghana Airport's boss sparks national security scare. Blocks 213 Ghanaian peacekeeping soldiers from Kotoka. Aircraft diverted to Togo for emergency landing. Now listen to this. Mahama names Napo Wuntumi Bedietio's wife, others in corruption probes.
Wow.
Indian businesswoman accuses IPMC chief of smear campaign in fight back fraud claims. This story, it is very, very serious. The genesis when I read it is that this supposed Indian woman and her son are actually wanted for crimes in their own country.
Wow.
They've been able to come to Ghana, secure nationality and documentation without having stayed here for the required legally required period. Have been able. You look for the story and
Look
read
for
it.
the story. It's on the.
Look for the story
It's
and
in the
read it.
Herald newspaper.
Philip, it's a threat if this is true. That someone is using Ghanaian documentation, has a Ghanaian identity,
Wow.
and is defrauding multinationals, business executives, and the like. It is serious. As for the IPMC boss, I hear they finished him kwata.
They've dealt with him.
Bro, wow. Maybe if you get the details of the story, you understand what it means. But let's get into some other stories. NPP must respond to changing political climate among young people. Old Tafo MP urges reset. NPP is borrowing the reset.
Well, we are resetting, aren't we?
Okay. So at this point, they are
All
Ghanaians. They are not
political parties are resetting.
Oh, Lord. NPP must respond to changing political climate among young people. Otafo MP urges reset. Then you have Ghana Exim Bank new board to drive exports growth and industrialization. That's the front page of the Herald newspaper.
On the front page of the Inquisitor, after exit from NSA, no table for Felix at the Ministry of Finance. Well, this is also an interesting story. Not long ago, we noticed that Felix has been moved from the National Service Authority to the Finance Ministry. Also, retail sector is for Ghanaians. President Mahama speaks on that. Suhum MP leads opioid substance abuse sensitization in Akorabo in his constituency. Also, government to build 550,000 capacity stadium at Boteman. This is from the Sports Minister Kofi Adams. You can find these and more on the front page of the Inquisitor.
All right, let's get into the Informer. Informer says lessons from Gitmo 2. Publish deportation agreement with U.S. Public demands full disclosure from government. You know, during the media encounter, the president mentioned that some 14 West African nationals had been deported and were received by Ghana. But you remember the Gitmo 2?
Yeah, Gitmo 2.
So now there are demands for a full disclosure on this particular arrangement or agreement with the U.S. government.
Wow.
We'll see if the request will be heeded to or not. I'll expose falsehood with data. Baumia warns liars. Galamsey fight. Mahama rejects state of emergency call. Blows in Amenfi East NDC over drip coordinator appointment. Ghana barred from aid over debt default. So that's the front page of the Informer newspaper. You can get details if you walk to a newsstand near you and grab a copy.
The front page of the Ghanaian publisher, Health Goldfields under fire for deceit. And on the front page, you can see the pictures of the CEO of the Minerals Commission, Isaac Tando, and also the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Kofi Amabua. And also you can, this one, trade restrictions hurting Africa. This is from Kufuado. And also NPP elders to aspirants, stick to issues, not insults. This is very important. The NPP elders are asking the aspirants to stick to issues and not insult as the campaign ahead of the 2026 primaries. That is the flag bearer race that we've seen most of the candidates in there. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is in there. Also, Brian Echampon is in there. We've also seen that we have Ken Ejapon, who is also contesting, not to forget Kwabena Ejapon, who is also in the race. And also John Mahama's Galamsey U10 Group slams posture yesterday. It was extensively said on Eyewitness News and other news portals, where even Echo Cautious, that is Awula Sewa, was also called, and a lot of people have actually raised concerns, and they say they are not pleased with the president's response when it comes to the Galamsey files, especially when he says that it's not time yet for a state of emergency to be declared. I've been saying that not all measures have been exhausted when it comes to how to effectively fight the menace in this country. So these and more you can find on the front page of the Ghanaian Publisher.
But you see, Philip,
Yeah.
we've been here and nobody has texted that there's someone missing from the show.
Oh, I think somebody has.
Someone has. Did someone text you?
Where is your lady? Well, we actually wanted to surprise you. That's why we came in here with our hair.
I hear she's surfing the net looking for VPNs and IPs.
we need to find out where she is. So if she knows where she is, she should join us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Yavado
Chris Carter.
Chris Carter.
I think she's already ready for Business Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I am.
But you're not doing lime and spoon.
No.
It's sack race. We have reserved sack race for you.
No. I don't like sack race.
Which one do you like now?
I always beat the parents in sack race when I go for my son's school. So I think I'm done with that. I like basketball.
Yeah, we do basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I hear you came bearing some goodies.
Yeah, goodies after the show.
Beautiful.
Yeah, not for the show.
But you have some goodies online.
Oh yeah, I have some goodies online. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear
so,
it.
Yeah. But I love what. Wait! You guys didn't give me the memo.
We didn't get the memo.
You
either.
didn't give me the memo.
It's like the forces
here?
of the universe have aligned in our
What is
favor.
going on here? The outfits.
I actually woke up this morning. I was like, hey, let me just wear something. This has been in my wardrobe for a very long time. So,
Really?
let me
You didn't
just...
call Nana.
No.
Nana didn't call you.
But I see the thing is because
I feel
we've been
left out.
doing because we've been
It's a
doing
perfect
this
blend.
because we've been doing this MC thing for a very long time.
Yes.
So there is a possibility that you would see us in some colors.
I don't know about that. He's on his own. He's on his own.
Nana knows what I'm talking about.
Oh.
He's on his own.
But
I
you're
have
looking
no
all
idea.
sporty.
Yeah.
You look
It's-
good,
It's
actually.
Friday. Friday I like to dress down, but nicely.
Yeah.
We take it nice and slow on Fridays.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, I have some online headlines for you. Let's get straight into it. It's on citynewsroom.com, and I'm going to be reading some of the headlines. So if you want to join us, you can be part of us. Just pick up your phone or your tabs, and let's go through it. Tariff hikes critical for energy sector stability, and that's by the IMF. And we have Ken Ejapon is the transformational leader Ghana needs. That's by Charles Bishum. IMF projects Ghana's debt to GDP ratio to reach 60% by end of 2025. Ghana Stock Exchange records 87% drop in August trading activity. Galamsey fight. Enforcement of law has been terrible. That's by Dario Bonsu. Africa must resist external manipulation, embrace AFTAC, and that's by the ex-president Akufo-Addo. Galamsey, economy sustained by gold. Mahama can't declare state of emergency. Akwesi Kunedu is asserting. Mahama's Galamsey position is disappointing. Eco-conscious citizens are saying. Bawumia, I'm not responsible for NPP's poor showing in Boku Enclave.
SICFSLMD, staff take 20% salary cut to revive company. Wow. And we have shoot to kill, easiest way to end Galamsey. Adriana Ablade family head is saying.
This one was interesting yesterday. It featured live on almost all our news portals, and the man was.
You can understand his frustration.
because
You know, they're in the Konyaku area.
I
Ghana
was
Water has shut down the headworks, so there's no treatment of water.
I was in Swedro from 2008 to from 2005 to 2008-2009, and the Konyaku water treatment plant actually provides water for almost all these areas.
Yeah, I understand about 9 or so districts.
Exactly, and we drink the tap water. Actually, that's what we were way back in school. It was fresh. I don't know how it's going to be now. And the fact that Konyaku is not very far from Aguna Swedro. And now that they are battling with this, yesterday when the man spoke, he indicated that they are selling a bag of sachet water for 10 Ghana cedis. And I was like, oh, ideally it should be like that even in Accra. But in some areas like these, they have sort of locally manufactured sachet water, which should not go up to 10 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, I think, was it Nilante van der Poel yesterday on the show also mentioned it, that water is more expensive in the central region now than it is in Accra.
It shouldn't be.
And it's as a result of the pollution.
What should it be?
I mean, the challenge
it's
there,
becoming very serious.
yeah, it's actually being extended to the Kaswa areas. There's no water. Listen, I live within Tema West. We don't have water.
You don't have water?
It comes at dawn.
Your own
and
even
it
comes.
drips
My own never comes.
like that.
My own never comes.
I think
it's bad. It has trickled down to everyone.
Yes.
We are all feeling the ripple effect, and it's serious because, like, I have not had water in a while because I even heard my neighbors shouting one time, calling Ghana Water. Now, what's the point of sending us bills?
Yeah.
And when you call them and ask them, why are you sending me a bill? Because I have someone that I call. I said, so why are you sending me a bill? Really? What's this? For 4 Ghana, 10 Ghana? They say it's service charge. Service for no service.
What are you servicing that you want
You
to charge
understand?
for?
You're charging me 60 service for no service.
But they also need, they have employees to pay.
But no,
Philip,
I have a family that needs
There's
They need to pay them for what?
There's operational costs.
No, I don't care about
The
your
lights are on.
It is an exchange. What I am getting is what I am paying for. If I am getting nothing at all, what should I be paying for?
Exactly.
But
you see, I have my own issue with the utilities. It's the same with ECG. Do you know that even now the street lights are demanding their own tariffs and their own levies? But are the street lights working?
No.
So what are you people telling me?
No.
But you see, the bigger problem is with we battling with how to treat the water. And now it's affecting their treatment plants.
We need to end Galamsey. Listen, leadership failure should not bring challenges to us. I keep saying this. I might be oversimplifying the issue, but at this point, whatever it takes to end illegal mining, it should be now. The president, we heard him, we know he's a communicator, so I mean, he will put the grammar together for you nicely. But you see, the impact that you and I are feeling down here, it's not grammar.
But now the argument to, like for instance, when he said that the declaration of a state of emergency is not needed now, not necessary. There is an argument that it wasn't in the manifesto of the NDC. It was the fact that some NDC members staged a sort of demonstration asking that a state of emergency should be declared. Doesn't make it that it was in the manifesto of the NDC.
But wait.
There's another issue.
I have a question for you both, right? And I am going to be speaking from a perspective, or I'm asking from a perspective of someone that doesn't know, for someone ignorant, for someone that wants to know. Do you understand? What will be the cost of declaring a state of emergency?
I mean, you can't just, if you're going to declare a state of emergency, so for how long would that state of emergency be in existence? And what would be the shape and form of this state of emergency? Will it require parliamentary approval?
Of course it will, because you said it will.
Exactly. So, I mean, the issues that I'm not saying, I'm not a strong advocate for that. I am just saying that we need a solution to the Galamsey crisis, and we can do it. Listen, I'll give you a clear example. These guys are doing the thing within certain localities, certain areas. There are assemblies there. If we're not going to stop them, go in there, identify the people, as you have been doing and arresting Ebo and Kufiata who cannot even afford an excavator. Go in there, gather them, about 20 of them within a certain catchment area, regularize their activities and regulate same. Have them pay royalties to the assembly. Have the assembly use a portion of those royalties to do the reclamation and the environmental protection when they are doing their mining. You get it? So they are doing their mining, there's the economic activity happening, but then of course, because they are paying royalties now to the assembly is in a position to protect the environment within which they are mining in. If we're doing some of these things, we will not have our water bodies the way they are, we will not have our forests going down the way they are going down.
But don't you think that we've done too many things to say that we are fighting illegal mining? We're in the same country that they said there was Operation what's the name?
There was Vanguard. There was Operation Halt.
Thank you.
There was
drones. They said we had speedboats to fight illegal mining. And
there was river guards. There was river guards before. And now they are blue water guards.
So we are bluing.
The only thing that happened is that we changed their people and we changed their uniform.
And changed their name.
So we've put in place a lot of things on the table. Like we are doing A, we are doing B, we are doing C. We had the former president come and says, I'll put my presidency on the line if I do not fight illegal mining. We've seen government officials themselves allegedly in the Galamsey business and all that. And public figures have all come out, names have been mentioned, demonstrations have been staged and all that. So why can't we get to the root of this canker or this menace? That means something is not right somewhere.
No, because I feel like if this continues and people decide to take matters into their hands, like the headline I just read right now about shoot to kill, it's going to turn bloody.
You see, I keep saying that if government wants to do something,
they can do it.
It actually does it. So I feel it's leadership. And over the period, we have failed. It's not about NDC, it's not about NPP. It's about governments and the leadership at whichever time that was unable to deal with this matter and deal with it effectively. Let's not politicize the thing, because that water that has turned brown is neither blue nor green. You understand? In any case, it is brown. So that water is not doing politics.
It's affecting the lives of people.
Let's deal with this.
It's affecting the lives of people. You know, it's not only about, not having water to drink.
Have you seen the alarm the Ghana Medical Association raised regarding the kind of diseases, deformities that people in those areas, and even how
a lot of kids have cleft lips these days. A lot of kids have cleft lips. There's increase with infertility, and there was also an increase of certain type of cancers in some areas, especially those areas that are dealing with these issues.
Listen, this thing is affecting our water, it's affecting our health, it is affecting agriculture, because the chemicals are seeping into the soil now, so nothing is growing.
And even with the crops that are coming,
the
chemicals are in there.
Contaminated food because of illegal mining. Now the economy that you think you are doing mining or whatever to grow, the cocoa farmers themselves are selling their lands now to the illegal miners. So which cocoa are you going to export?
I saw a video of a cocoa farmer actually felling down cocoa trees, saying that this is not going to pay. So I would have to
I saw that video.
Get a huge amount of money,
because it's going to take what 6-7 years to grow before you can harvest. The paddy has come there with 3 Ghana must go bags
full of dollars. Take it, give me your land, let me do the Galamsey. So you see, it's a bigger thing. Like people are also saying that it has to also do with survival and all that.
We've seen community mining scheme. Now they say responsible something. I am saying that this thing, they can deal with it if they want to. The political will is not there. Period. That's the thing. If you
But do you
want to tell me
believe?
that
No,
if
but do you
it
believe
was a growth,
survival can actually lead to that? Yes, I think.
if it was a
bit of
growth
survival can-
on their noses
on their eye.
or their eye, they wouldn't have dealt with it by now.
Anyway.
But I believe what you just said.
Survival, because
hunger.
yeah?
Yeah,
I mean,
because
hunger.
if you've given them alternative source of livelihood, that I think that, and it's also well paying, because you just don't give alternative source of livelihood and you are giving them some chicken change or something.
How much are we giving LEAP beneficiaries?
I think now is it 550 for
Children on school feeding.
family of
Children on school feeding. What is their quota per day?
is it 3 cities?
Are you telling me alternative what? I am saying go in there, regularize and regulate.
Wow. Can it be won? Can we fight it? Are we going to fight it? What do we need to do to fight Galamsey in this country? You can send us your thoughts, submissions, and comment on Breakfast Daily. Our WhatsApp lines are on the screens. Just join us in this conversation, because it looks like the menace is growing, keeps growing every now and then, because it looks like some
Hearing of different
solutions.
initiatives, but the situation is just getting worse.
Exactly. But we'll read your comments loud here when you send us what you think that should be done to just fight illegal mining. We'll go
Philip, talk about comments. There's a birthday message here.
Okay.
This one is from Solomon in Tema, and he's wishing Sarah Nate, CEO of the Juicy Grill, Tema Community 8 and 9 Junction, and he says, may the Almighty God bless you this day and forever. May you never know pain nor sorrow, and may everything you wish for come to you in 1,000-fold. So this one is from Solomon, and he's saying happy birthday to Sarah Nate, the CEO of Juicy Grill and Bar, located at the Tema Community 8 and 9 Junction. We share in that wish, and we say God bless you.
Juicy Grill.
Yeah.
What do they grill?
I was going to be sarcastic. Forgive me.
I nearly said juice or something.
I need to work on this default thing of mine.
Yeah,
I need to
let's
work on
go
it.
for a quick break. When we come back, you'll tell us more about the Juicy Grill. Enjoy.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
No, I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you're poor, what's that? So would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Life is a celebration of moments. Big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink adds a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
The City Business Olympics is back! It's all about team building, networking, and staying healthy. Which game will your company participate in this year? Is it 7-a-side football, volleyball, swimming, basketball, or sack race? Rally your teammates and get ready for action. Date, Saturday, September 27, 2025. Time, 8 a.m. Venue, Eden Heights Sports Complex. Call 0558-973-973 to register your company today. Let's keep fit, grow connections, and enjoy a day full of energy and excitement. It's powered by City FM with support from Channel 1 TV.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be later?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Go be from to be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter what you're lucky, everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Joining us this week on the Upside Down Show is the Miracles Abuaje. He's seen as one of the powerful communicators for his party. But did you know this about him?
So when did you know this, my mother? I think that was somewhere class 4, 5. It was quite interesting. So one of my cousins, I think at that time, who knew, actually insulted me. You know, I think I remember that time he called me a bastard or something. It's okay, it's fine. Of course. I went to the village at that time on vacation. You know, long vacations. Yeah. We go to the village, the cuckoo and all of that. Then we are not the cuckoo. I said, oh, but why is he calling me a bastard?
When he found his dad, it was too late.
So you never met that man? I never met him. I think the only time I met him, you know, funny enough, was last year, August, September, thereabout. But I met his obituary.
Oh, he died. Also joining us on the show is the IPD Academy. So, make a date with us this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt only on Channel 1 TV.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
Blasters efitomo. Oto adwe ebo moten.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, he should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe Zebaut.
How Zebaut there?
Zebaut won chaboke walako.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me.
Moria picking.
Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. Watch the latest updates, send us your thoughts, and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive.
Minke man bi moni nya Kofi Adam no mai kami. Matwale. Man ke la ke no ya ne. Meneke. Fe won sha ko ba club me feke DJ. Ni wo hia ka wo she. Ye Yesu gba mi. Amen.
Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday. Hello again, it's good to have you. You're watching Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. And like I promised, we have a lot in store for you. So we'd like to entreat you to stay with us throughout the entire period. The show is interactive, so join us with your thoughts, your comments, and your contributions. The WhatsApp line is on your screens. We're live on socials as well, live on YouTube, live on Facebook. We're very active on IG, and we're very engaging as well on X. So join us there and let us know what your thoughts, your comments, and contributions are to the show. Now, we know that we have basic education certificate examination. Then we have the West Africa Senior High School. That's the WASSCE, the Senior or Secondary School Certificate Examination. But year in, year out, there's a problem we seem to have not found a solution to. And I'm talking about the issue of exam malpractices. As early as day one of the exam, we hear the number of persons that are picked up for engaging in malpractices. And these malpractices vary, and they span across a number of things. You can even have invigilator complicity, teacher complicity, and all that. Let's bring you a report on some persons who have been arrested for engaging in exam malpractices. When we come back in the studio, we'll have a conversation around same and see how we can find a solution to end this, if you like, recurring or annual menace. So let's take a look at this report.
Samuel Ama, a teacher at Ghana College Senior High School and an invigilator, was caught dictating answers to the Social Studies Paper 1 from a mobile phone he smuggled into the exam hall. Kwame Waten Kansa, a level 100 student of Accra Technical University, impersonated Kwesi Francis Atta, a registered candidate of Ghana College SHS. Similarly, Amadeka James, a level 100 student of the University of Ghana, impersonated his twin brother, Amadeka Justice, during the same paper. All three were arraigned before the Kasua Falco District Magistrate Court, where they were found guilty. Samuel Ama was fined 80 penalty units and sentenced to 8 months imprisonment. Kwame Waten Kansa and Amadeka James were each fined 80 penalty units and sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. During a monitoring tour of the Dupont SHS Examination Center, the chief executive of the Awutu Senya East Municipality, Seth Sabase Wono Banini, identified lapses in the seating arrangement of candidates. He pledged that new measures will be introduced to prevent further breaches.
Congestion in the various halls and classes now does not meet the standard practice. So, the paper now, the best spread on, there are subsequent papers now, that kind of congestion. And some of the invigilators now, can work for sitting arrangement MBOA. So we expect going forward now, those things will not happen.
On his part, the Municipal Education Director, Frank Etre Hayford, condemned the malpractice incidents and assured that authorities are committed to safeguarding the integrity of the exams. He warned that anyone caught engaging in similar activities will face the same sanctions.
Ours is to prevent future occurrence. We have to make sure that the examination principle is followed, that those who need to pass should not fail, and those who shouldn't pass should not pass.
Ahead of the 2025 WASSCE, education stakeholders repeatedly warned candidates to steer clear of examination malpractices, but those warnings appear to have gone unheeded. Already, more than a dozen people, from teachers to invigilators, have been arrested for various offences, including impersonation and aiding candidates to cheat.
2 persons were arrested for impersonation at Ghana College, Kaswa. They were arraigned before court and have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment each, while their accomplice was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment. Ebenezer Finn was arrested at St. Vincent College, Abra Dunkwa. Hannah Lariba, a student of Yeji Senior High School, Mumni Abdul Hafiz, bolted before the monitoring team could apprehend him. Mr. Kodua Desmond was arrested at Abbott College, Asante Bekwai. Osei Asibe Daniel was arrested at Etrima Kwanwuma Presbyterian SHS for impersonation. Raymond Kwasi was arrested at Etrima Kwanwuma Presbyterian SHS for contracting Osei Asibe Daniel to write the examination on behalf of Obin Dapa Emmanuel. Maxwell Chamba and Amaglo Livingston were arrested at Sefa Bonsu Royal SHS EAG for impersonation. Mr. Ernest Frimpong, an invigilator, was arrested at King James SHTS for possession of a mobile phone. Patrick Essel, a former national service person, was arrested for aiding a candidate at Mpraiso Senior High School.
Head of Public Affairs at WAEC, John Kapi, revealed that the council has also shut down the Adventist Day Senior High School Center in Kumasi and relocated candidates to WAEC's regional office after officials seized more than 60 mobile phones at the center.
We have also received reports of candidates having in their possession mobile phones, prepared notes, photocopied answers, obviously distributed by the invigilators. At Adventist SHS Bantama Kumasi, 64 phones were retrieved from the candidates during the elective mathematics paper. Candidates from that school have since been moved to the WAEC Hall in Kumasi to continue with their examination. The council also has a list of schools that have been reported for their involvement in acts of irregularity. Strips of candidates from these schools will certainly be scrutinized.
WAEC's Director of Finance, Dr. Cornelius Azuma, also confirmed that government has fully settled all financial obligations for the conduct of both the WASSCE and the BECE.
All the BECE examination fees, that's about 122 million. And then as of yesterday, we have also received for the WASSCE school. So I must say that we have received all the fees for 2025 examinations.
The council further assured that results for private BECE candidates will be released on September 5.
So yes, you've seen that report. The problem seems not to want to go away. We're trying to find solutions to this particular problem. The various authorities, i.e. the GES, the WAEC, have, if you like, instituted a number of measures over the years. But it looks like people are bent on engaging in this act, and so they are also devising innovative ways of going about it. So the authorities are almost all the time playing catch-up. That's where the difficulty is. We're going to have a conversation on this matter. One of the areas in which some of these incidents were recorded will be the Awutu Senya East Municipality. We have the Municipal Chief Executive here with us. That's the Honorable Seth Banini. Good morning, Honorable. Good to have you.
Good morning.
Right.
Cherish morning to your viewers and your listeners this morning.
Very well. Now, the head of public affairs for the West Africa Examination Council, John Kapi, is joining us via Zoom. And so let's say good morning to him as well, and then we can begin the conversation. Mr. Kapi, good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we're always looking at you from the screen on our walls, and it quite represents an interesting picture.
One of these days, I'll find time to be with you.
Very we'll be grateful. We'll be grateful. But we trust you well.
I'm very well, thank you.
Very well. So we'll begin with the Honorable Banini, and then find out from your area, was this issue quite dominant, and how have you dealt with it so far?
Very well. Thank you so much. And once again, our regards to your cherished viewers. I happen to serve as the Municipal Chief Executive, and definitely we have oversight responsibility of some of the decentralized government institutions. The GES is part of it. We got this disturbing report within the first week of the examination when the BNI and then other officials, including the GES, prompted me that a school, and I have to put on record that the affected school does not come from Awutu Senya East. They are actually within the South Municipal Assembly.
Okay.
And they registered with the center, one of the centers in Awutu Senya East. And so they are not originally from Kaswa, but an adjoining municipality, and they registered with our place. It's allowed in the GES procedure, so we wouldn't fault them for that. But for coming in with such a motive, and so the report had it that 3 persons who weren't students and an invigilator included, they impersonated 3 original students that had registered with the body to undertake the examination. They managed to go through the process to be screened and then took their seats. And I would have to commend WAEC for putting one strategic measure in place by having a device that during the course of the examination, they take it around to validate students or people that are writing the exams via your thumb print.
Okay, so that's biometrics.
It's biometric.
Biometric verification.
Exactly. So there is a biometric device that fished them out. And so at the end of the day, these 3 people, their data did not conform with what was there. So the BNI came in, the police came in, and then they were apprehended. From where they are writing the exams to the court is just a walking distance. So things were facilitated. The judge sat through the case and then pronounced the judgment. We do not support some of these things. Our responsibility is to make sure that people that go through the educational system go through the right process and are refined, because most of them end up in our hospitals and the various institutions. You can imagine if half-baked students go through and become a nurse, issue a paracetamol, and he or she will do something else. It's part of the reason why our health thing is falling, health standards are falling and all that. So when this came to my notice, I quickly had a solid collaboration with the municipal education director, together with other members of the directorates, and we have mounted serious surveillance on all the centers, at all the centers that the examinations are being written. Upon our first visit our first visit after the incident happened, we went in and realized that the invigilators, assistant invigilators, and then the supervisor there, they were not following the standard practice by WAEC. That is standard practice, I mean the student to invigilator ratio. It has to be 30 students per invigilator in a classroom so that there could be effective work. We realized that some of them were 40, some of them were 42 in a class.
To an invigilator.
To an invigilator. So we quickly sought that be reversed, which was done. We also realized that there were some of the halls that they were writing the examination that for some reason or strange reason, they had compacted the students living spaces behind, and we questioned why that was it. They couldn't find any solid answer for us, and so we quickly.
Didn't that suggest complicity to you?
Well,
on the part of, if you like, whoever the supervisor or the invigilators were.
Whatever reason there may be, if you deviate from doing the right thing, certainly there should be a motive, either obscure motive or whatever motive. But we had to make sure, our persons, they had to make sure that whatever motive that was there, it was reversed to the standard practice, so that everyone writing the exam would have gone through the appropriate procedure, and we have made sure that that has been sustained up till now.
Very well, very well. Let's speak to Mr. Kapi of WAEC. Mr. Kapi, last time we spoke, we were hopeful that these, if you like, instances will be nipped in the bud. We were quite confident in the measures that had been instituted to prevent a recurrence. As we sit here, are we disappointed or not?
Good morning, and good morning to our viewers. Good morning to the MC in the studio. I appreciate all the comments that he has made. Yes, indeed, we are disappointed. Very, very much disappointed, because besides the sensitization that we have done with the candidates, the media engagements that we have held, and then to a very large extent, we held some stakeholder engagements across the country. We spoke to a cross-section of our populace, educationists, opinion leaders, and so on and so forth. And so if after all of these efforts we still have this high rate of irregularity, obviously we would be disappointed.
What does it say about the measures we have put in place to fight this menace?
Well, we look at it from two different angles. One is the measures we've put in place. These measures are basically human, let me put it that way, because you wouldn't want to introduce anything that will cause the candidates to panic and then create an atmosphere that is not conducive for examinations. Now, to a large extent, we realize that the people that are supposed to be in charge of the examinations, that is the invigilators and supervisors, seem not to be on top of their job. They seem not to be going by the rules that they are given, because we have held, sensitization programs, we have held briefing sessions with them. We've introduced them to all the new things that we want them to observe in the course of the examination. And so, and again, let me say that these are candidates who are supposed to be under you. You have the authority over them. And therefore, if you are applying all of these rules, there's no way by which any candidate will want to go against it, because they know that there are sanctions that could come against them. So it's a multifaceted kind of thing. For the candidates, it's just like leaving your valuables in public. There'll certainly be somebody who will be interested and will pick it up. So given the opportunity, some candidates will resort to cheating. And so it is the responsibility of the supervisors and regulators to ensure that they maintain the highest of standards, so as to get the candidates also to comply and do what is right.
Mr. Kapi, we know that you've indicated that 14 individuals have been arrested nationwide. Have you arrested more, or looking at the 14, it has deterred other invigilators to desist from any form of an examination malpractice?
It's unfortunate. We've arrested more. Yesterday, for example, at Holy City Senior High School, Asin Fosu, we arrested 4 impersonators. We've also arrested some supervisors and invigilators. The supervisors had used their phones to take snapshots of the questions, and they sent them outside. And so we had the people answering the questions and sending the answers back. So when the phone was retrieved, they found out that they had all of these, things on them. So really, the figure has gone up, and I have not looked at the reports that were sent to me this morning after yesterday's exercise. I believe that if I were to take a look at it, I realize that they would have sent in, some more reports about maybe arrest. I'm not anticipating that, but you can never tell.
So as we speak now, the figure stands at 18.
The figure stands at 18. It could be 20 because there were some other two. I've not confirmed that yet. If I get confirmation, then that will take us to about 20. Yeah.
You spoke about impersonation. I'm sure there should be a measure put in place to ensure that the individual sitting for the exams is the appropriate person writing the examination. Why will an invigilator look on, or whoever is sessioning the student before or the candidate before he or she enters the examination hall, not the appropriate person who is sitting behind the paper?
Well, I think if I listened carefully to what the MCE said, he indicated that we use biometric machines to verify. Now, I believe, this is my personal view, that there's some kind of collaboration between these impersonators and the supervisors of the examination. Because obviously, if you are the owner of a school, you should know who your students are, you should know who your candidates are. And so for anyone to be able to walk in there and sit down confidently to write the exam for another person, it means that somebody from within is aware of this arrangement. For example, the case that was mentioned by the MCE, whoever contracted these people to write the examination was also picked up. Now, the Bekwai case where we picked up one impersonator, the fellow who facilitated that has absconded, and he's on the run, and we are looking, the police in fact are looking for him. Now, so this is just to say that, as I said earlier, the supervisors are not doing a good job, because besides the biometric machines that our monitors have, we have a biometric machine for every single center, so that if any supervisor is in doubt about the eligibility of a candidate, they could simply pick that device. It is not heavier than, a scientific calculator. So you could easily just go there, and by the fingerprint, you can tell whether the fellow is a bona fide candidate or whether he is an imposter. But unfortunately, they are not doing this, and that probably explains why we still have such a high number of impersonators.
Wow.
How difficult does this make your work, especially with the non-collaboration or non-cooperation of these invigilators? How difficult does it make it for WAEC? And who should we go to for a remedy? Is it GES?
Well, for us, it is the invigilators and supervisors who are making the job difficult. The reason being that these are people who have been entrusted with this job of making sure that the candidates, comply with the rules of the examination. Unfortunately, if in their presence, these candidates are still able to do these things that are, not allowed, then obviously they are the major, group that has disappointed us in this whole enterprise. When it comes to teachers, unfortunately, the council does not have direct control over them. It is the Ghana Education Service that has control over them. And I remember very well that before the commencement of the BEC, the Director General of the Ghana Education Service indicated that they would not allow any teacher, or they would deal with any teacher who misconducts him or herself in the course of the examination. Now, before the commencement of the WAS, there was a meeting at the ministry where the Minister of Education, the Director General, they reiterated this particular point, that the GS Council has given them the permission to deal with anybody who misconducts him or herself. I think that these people are simply being recalcitrant, and if GES will crack the whip, maybe we'll be able to minimize these incidents of irregularity.
Wow, interesting. Thank you, John Kapi. We'll get back to you. But let's speak to the Member of Parliament for Abuakwa South and also a public health lecturer at the KNUST who is joining us live. Honorable, good morning. Trust you are doing well.
Good morning.
We know you are joining us from the US, but we want to find out from you. You have said that there should be a total overhaul of the assessment system in the country. Tell us more about that, and why are you calling for such a move?
Okay, thank you very much, and a very good morning to your cherished listeners. I mean, hearing from the WAEC person, he has clearly demonstrated or come out with what the problems are. It is very difficult when you have the gatekeeper not being diligent enough. So the problem has to do with the gatekeeper. The next question is, can you have an examination without such gatekeepers? It becomes another difficult question to have a solution to. I remember on another platform when I proposed for an overhaul, one of the panelists suggested that we should have a CCTV across all the examination centers. I vehemently disagreed with that person because it is not feasible. We are talking about 1,000 or so exam centers. These examination centers include the schools that these candidates usually go to school. So my suggestion was, if this has become an issue and the nature of the gatekeeper has changed, I mean, back in the days, examination malpractice was more about a candidate. Now the gatekeeper is heavily involved in this malpractice. Then we have to have a rethink of how we assess our students. I mean, Philip, you agree with me that you can't examine 21st century candidates with 18th century system of evaluation. With the advent of AI, Google, and other databases, is it still relevant that we go through this examination, this kind of exams as a way of evaluating our candidates? That's a question. Should we change the model? If BEC, we are doing, let's say, 30% continuous assessment or internal assessment, and we are doing 70% by way of exams. Knowing what we now know, should we still proceed with that? Or go ahead and turn it around and see how it works out? Because for me, to have 6 years of primary education, 3 years of junior high, making 9, if you add preschool to it, 2 years of preschool, you are talking of 11 years of basic education. And we examine or we assess the variability of such a student or people or a candidate over a 3-hour paper. I think we have to have another way. We have to think around in another way. If we may want to, maybe perhaps find multiple ways of examining them. Their question paper comes with their name with answer booklet in. All candidates are answering different questions, but in the same thematic area specific to them, meaning they have to write in the answer booklet where they have their question paper and stuff like that. These are options that we can begin to have a discussion around.
So for you, one way or the other, we have failed or wouldn't be able to get this menace resolved if we do not use other methods in assessing the candidates.
I wouldn't say we have failed. It worked in the years past, but currently or going forward, it doesn't look it is feasible. We are talking of AI. We are talking of other databases such as Google and other places where people can quickly explore to have solutions to questions that are asked. So for instance, it becomes a project base. Let's say from JHS1 you begin a project. Over a 3-year period or a 2-year period, you are assessed and you have an opportunity to have an in-person discussions on whatever project that were assigned to you. Then you can do an exam that forms about 70%. Then you can have an exams for 30%. Then you move on.
Honorable Nana Tufo here. So if I understand what you're saying, so it means that as it is now, our assessment system or our culture of assessment only rewards rote learning and not necessarily practical learning.
Absolutely. You are testing people's or candidates in ICT. How many JHS students have even seen a computer before? We haven't. You go and they draw it on your board. They draw mouse, they draw the system unit, and they draw the screen.
So we're just recollecting. We're doing the true poor pass and forget.
Absolutely, that's what we've been doing.
Okay.
We do that and we forget about it.
Right. So, so I'm trying to establish the correlation between this and the exam malpractices. If we change the system of assessment, to what exactly? What if you can give us a practical example to what we can, how we can change this assessment culture, and then how it will address this endemic, if you like, malpractices that we've been recording.
So a pupil or a student in JHS 1 is given a project, or a group of them are given a project to do. They have about 3 years or 2.5 years to get this project executed. When they get to the exams time, as they are currently, or as they did previously, they are given an opportunity to present their project to a panel.
Okay.
That panel will have the opportunity to ask them direct questions. Now, the point is, some may even suggest that it's the same panel, are they not just like invigilators? No. This time they may not be like that, because there could be cross-sectional of people coming from different districts as a panel to examine them. You have an opportunity, they will present to you, you ask them questions, which is very direct, and they'll have an opportunity to react to the questions that you ask them. That may become more feasible for the 21st century than what we are doing now.
Wow. So this is more of if like project evaluation and then what, a continuous assessment and a competency test instead of a written test.
Exactly. So it is always easy because this candidate or group has been involved in this project for over 2 years. I'm inclined to believe that even the slowest person would have picked some learning skills on the project.
Okay. Let's come to the Honorable in studio. When John Kapi was talking, he made mention of some of the headmasters, or let's say some of the school heads, getting to know the invigilators, sort of conniving with the candidates, coming on the back of the impersonation. Did you get the same idea, or did you get the same picture when you visited some of the schools as the municipal chief executive?
Well, Philip, we cannot take this factor out entirely. It's a whole syndicated network of activity that goes on there. See, the system, as elaborated by the GES and then the Honorable, is such that if there is no collaboration between one point and the other, there is no way a flow could go through. And so I would want to say that the WAEC should not just be there and then try to deploy all their arsenals before and then during the examination. I think they should adopt a strategy where they collaborate with some of the security agencies to get people to register as students, just to sit in. Because most of the things, the communication comes to the group of students before they enter. And so by so doing, getting your investigators in there with the students, they would definitely know if there is something that has to be done covertly before you go. They would give you the information. And so you are able to receive information, receive intelligence, and inform policies to prevent some of these things from happening. And we have to say that perpetrators of these, they might think they are helping the students to just pass out, to gain their names and get more people to come. They have not really thought about the quality of students we are churning out. They have also not thought about the effects and the bad they are doing to the institutions that are having oversight responsibilities of these things. Like the accountant said in your report, said government has paid all arrears that are owed WAEC compared to what was happening in the past or under the last administration. Government cannot be investing this money into it and then you sit down for your personal interests on the day of examination. You collaborate with people to just do a whole lot of stuff. At a point, I was telling the people we went to meet that your actions and inactions, we cannot watch that to affect the about 2,000 students that were writing at that particular center. Because if anything should happen, have you thought about the lives of these people? Have you considered what they will have to go through? We politicians, we interact with the very people at the grassroots. And it's sometimes difficult for people to manage the 3 years through to sit for the examination. And so if genuinely people study, and then for the negligence of some people, they end up having those that study genuinely, having their papers all cancelled and all that, they have to sit and go through the process for 1 year. It's difficult for them to mobilize. But for President Mahama, that had made some public policies that now have people going to fresh level 100. They have their fees paid.
The no fee stress policy.
No fee policy then, and then the scholarship that is coming. A lot more people would have sat at home. And so people are now eager to study genuinely because they know if they gain admission, at least the first year, you'll be sorted out. Yesterday, I closed from the office around 9 p.m. And the reason was that we had a district committee that we were interviewing shortlisted candidates that had applied for the local scholarship program. And you could see, listening to people that appeared before the panel, I chaired the committee, you could see that people genuinely are going through a lot. And so you ask yourself that after people have managed to go through all these difficult moments, only for them to write candidly, genuinely, they are coming to write what they have studied. Then you sit somewhere, you collaborate, or you initiate a syndicated activity for the whole thing. No. We cannot sit for that to be happening. And so certainly a lot more would have to be done. And I also do not agree with the honorable member yes, I do not agree with him. See, where we are now and where we expect our country to be when it comes to education and the reforms, it's a journey. You would not want to say that we have not done anything. We keep investing and we keep building the process up. And so in building and in doing that, what we have to do is to strengthen the system so that we'll get there. Yes, there are places that have their education a bit backward when it comes to, for instance, the example he said, the ICT and the mounds being drawn on the board and all that. Yes, it's there. But you also not take away from successive government and current government the investment and the initiatives that have been taken to bridge that gap. And so we are going somewhere. It is not just cast in stone. We are going somewhere. And I believe in the next few years, looking at the trajectory that we are going and how the government is approaching, we'll be able to eliminate all of these. If we eliminate all of these things and we do not take pragmatic steps to care what happens, especially I believe in solving the issue before it even comes up, getting the investigative bodies to go through, getting other people to go through and get you intel and information ahead of time, we would have solved the issue with how our educational reforms are going. But on the day of writing...
Well, the argument of the honorable is we should change the method.
Yes, the assessment policy. We need to rethink the assessment policy.
Rethink it. We shouldn't still be put paper down, put pen down, write, go and chew, come and pour and forget.
Yeah.
And that is also going to breed the fact that there is examination malpractice, because if I do not pass, that is the end of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so we would not want to say that writing is the only form of assessment. Yes, we have technical and vocational education where other forms of assessment comes with what you can do. In other places, they put stuff together, they dismantle, and you have to put all of these things together. That is also part of an assessment. We cannot do away with the sit down and write. We want to assess your cognitive capacity of what you have been taught. We cannot take that out. Once that is part of, even in the advanced world, they still sit to write pen and paper examination. And so these things that we are suggesting is to guide subsequent pen and paper form of assessments. And also we build up capacity in the vocational skills or what you can do with what you've been taught.
Now, before we go to the messages, go to John Kapi, let's just wrap up with Dr. Agyemang. Dr. Agyemang. Doc, your final words on this. We know that looking at the fact that you want the education system changed in this country and all that, what are you doing in the US? If we want to ask, because Parliament is already says that you should be in Ghana. So what are you doing there?
And of course, since you sit on the Education Committee of the House, if you can tell us how interested or how worried the committee is regarding some of these matters and the way forward.
He's actually on the Health Committee. And
oh, right.
Yeah, he's a lecturer at the UK.
Okay,
and
so
you can go ahead.
So I think thank you very much for bringing my colleague Honorable back on track on where he thought he disagreed with me. I'm proposing a mixed method where 70% should be in person and stuff like that. So obviously every stakeholder will be worried about the turnout of how these more practices are impacting on the daily lives of our candidates after several years of schooling. Why am I in the US? Okay, so today, later in the day, educational tourism is the way to go.
Right.
We'll be launching a landmark program of international internship of historically black colleges and university students, where they'll have an opportunity to come back, trace to their root in Ghana, because we've been able to pitch to them over the years that Ghana is the beacon of democracy and peace within the sub-region. Their ancestors came to the US in bondage, in chains. They should have an opportunity to come back freely, educated, empowered to empower on their cousins, nieces, and nephews. So it's a way of bridging the gap where they can come and have experience real life challenges, find solutions to them, and build collegiality among their peers. So that's the kind of program we'll be having here later in the day, and it is going to go well. We're going to have the first batch of international students of historically black college and universities coming to Ghana, specifically piloting with my constituency March next year.
Wow. And then on the oversight, the role of Parliament and the Select Committee.
Obviously, I mean, definitely when Parliament resumes, there will be discussions around it, and having the opportunity to discuss with you now, maybe I'll put a paper together for discussion.
Very well. Dr. Kingsley Agyeman, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you well with today's program and subsequent ones.
Make sure that you bring a lot more investment to Ghana to change our education and all that in the country.
No, thank you so much for your time. Dr. Kingsley Agyeman is the Member of Parliament for Abuakwa South. And he joined us from the US with his suggestions towards how we can, if you like, nib this menace of examination malpractice in the bud. Now, Honorable Banini, I'll come to you, but let me quickly go to John Kapi of WAEC for a response to the suggestions made by Honorable Agyeman. Mr. Kapi, thank you for staying on with us. We know we are dragging you this morning. We beg you, forgive us. But do you think that indeed it is time to rethink our assessment policy as a measure to addressing the malpractices we're seeing in the system, as suggested by Dr. Kingsley Agyeman?
Well, yes, these are issues that we have thought about already. For example, for the BECA, now the core curriculum that is being used, the candidates are supposed to have a project work. They're also supposed to have practical tests, and these should form part of the assessment of the candidates. The only thing that may not have changed is a weighting, where probably instead of 30%, it could go up to about 40% or even 50%. But again, these are decisions that will be taken by the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment, NACA, in collaboration with the Ghana Education Service, and then we would be asked to implement that. Besides that, you would realize that for BECA in particular, the issue of rote learning is gradually fading out. The questions that are coming out now are more of questions that require you to apply the knowledge that you have acquired. So besides maybe a recall question that has to do with maybe a definition, most of the questions require that you would, describe a process or probably just get information and use that information to answer some questions, So that is a gradual shift. Of course, if you do a radical shift, you could have a problem, with the candidates that you are assessing. So we've got to balance this thing very well so that it doesn't affect anybody. Besides that, gradually we are also thinking about probably computer-based testing. It is something that we have thought about. We've had technical committee meetings. We want to pilot that with one of our small examinations, the General and Advanced Business Certificate examination. There's an examination that doesn't have a large candidature, so we can manage them at the regional capitals where we are sure of internet connectivity. And once we're able to do that, we believe that we can begin the process so that, if that works out, of course, we can replicate that. But again, these things will call for a lot of investment.
Right. But before that, the Honorable Banini spoke about national security or getting some of their members to set for
like
the
infiltrate
exams.
the ranks of the candidates and do their
I want to
own
find out from
covert
John Kapi, is this something that you are doing already? Because mind you, I have seen a documentary that you yourself, you are in there, you've granted an interview and all that. That sort of brought out some of the issues, seeing invigilators helping candidates or students. They look on, the students are having phones with them and all that. Is this something you've already started when it comes to getting the national security officers in there or security men to also sort of silently get to know what is happening in the examination hall?
We have our own locally trained monitors that we send around. They are also able to pick the kind of information that was used in that documentary. The documentary was made by a different person altogether. It was a journalist who did that. But then, yes, we have...
Well, unfortunately, I think
we seem to have lost Mr. Kapi there. But I think it was a good submission he was making. Just that sometimes I don't like it when we question them on some of these things.
Yeah,
you see, the people on the other side too will learn and then they'll find ways to, you understand, to beat them. But it's all well and good as we are doing the education and the sensitization, the awareness creation and all. Honorable, there's a question here. This one says, hello, good morning, Nana. Kindly help me ask the MC that doesn't he think because exam malpractices are easily exhibited in his area, that's why students are registered in that area. That is if he's saying that the students involved are from other districts and not his.
Very well.
You know, the earlier clarification you made regarding...
Exactly, exactly. I don't think so. Examination malpractice, like the public relations officer said, he mentioned other places.
Exactly.
Will this...
same analogy work in other
over
areas.
there, so it cannot be. Pockets of situations happen.
Right.
And when they happen, we tackle them head on. And then inform policies or plans that would prevent subsequent occurrence. So that cannot stand for us. Yes.
Right. Very well. I'm a bit concerned about the issue of if like supervisors or invigilators becoming collaborators in this crime. And for those who were arrested in your municipality, these were only students.
There was one supervisor.
One supervisor. Yes. Was this supervisor also jailed?
Yes. All three corporates have been given punitive punishments.
Good. It's important you use that word because I was asking if our punishments our punishments are punitive enough to deter others from engaging in such acts.
Yes. In this particular case, it's not only enough, but the swift nature of it sends shocking wave to people that were thinking to use other forms. And you see, a systemic approach to this is continuous upgrade of the plans and other means we lay on board to solve this. You see, the syndicated network or the collaborators, they are also there. The moment you put in plan B, they activate a countermeasure of plan D. And so the institutions that have these oversight responsibility of our examination would always have to be one step ahead. So that by the time these syndicators are looking at ways to punch holes into the laid down security measure, you would be one step ahead, just so that our assessment system will be solid and strong. Very robust.
Right. All right, thank you, Honorable. Please hold on for us. We understand John Kapi is back on the line for us. Mr. Kapi, sorry, we lost you momentarily there, but you were making a submission regarding how you do your own internal investigations and going forward, how you intend to apply the findings of same to address this menace. So please, if you can wrap up on that submission for me.
Yeah, so I was talking about us having our own monitors who go around. They have all these modes by which they are able to pick up information for us. Even before the examinations commence, we are told about some of the hotspots where these things are likely to happen. We are told about the modes in which they are preparing for this, kind of exercise. Even as we speak, we have managed to send monitors to some of the areas, and indeed we have received confirmation that the earlier information that was given to us before the commencement of the examination is actually true. And so these are things that we are doing. We try our best to, have our ears on the ground everywhere across the country, just so that we're able to tell what people are planning to do, and then we try our best to counter them. It is not a very easy exercise to do, because you have to make people travel very difficult terrain. You have to make them appear in sometimes in a very disguised way. Now, the Honorable MC mentioned the fact that probably we could plan some, security agencies to write. We may not be able to do that for school exam, because the exam is primarily for candidates who are in school generally. As soon as a school sees a strange person like that, they begin to suspect that this is what it is. We may be able to have some of these people as invigilators that we send to especially the private schools, but not in the public schools, again, because they know each other. And so once a strange person is there, unless of course that person is there purposely to ensure that these things do not happen. But we also have reports of the proprietors of these schools compromising some of these persons that you may send out there to go and do the job for you. So it's a human factor that we need to look at very, very critically.
Mr. Kapi, does WAEC register schools without students but only candidates for the exam?
No, we don't. Now, every school, before you are given accreditation, we have our personnel who come there to inspect your facilities to ensure that you are a running school.
Right.
Now, what we realize is that these people gradually, unless you do an annual check on them, they have satellite campuses, and when it's time for the examination, they bring them all to the center, which is a running school, and that is what bloats up their numbers. And so this is something that has come to our attention, and we are gradually going there. We wouldn't want to put out all the information, because of course when they get to know, they'll begin to cover their tracks.
There's a message here from Emmanuel in the Eastern region, and it says WAEC has still not released the withheld English language papers of some BEC candidates for the CSSPS exercises. It has been almost 3 weeks since they called both parents and students for investigation. For my ward, they didn't even bring his script. Is it that they don't want these students to further their studies because of their own invigilators? Should students bear the brunt of the collusion of invigilators, and should it be a blanket punishment for all candidates?
There's no blanket punishment for all candidates. That would be unfair to the ones who do independent work, like the Honorable MC mentioned earlier. Excuse me. But then I believe that this particular person who is speaking is probably may have checked and then has not found the results. No. First of all, it is not accurate for anyone to say that these are WAEC invigilators. No, they are personnel of the Ghana Education Service. But then what we've tried to do has been that all the people that we have met and had a discussion with them, we've held our subcommittee meeting. Those who should have their results released would have them released. As I'm speaking with you at about 10 a.m., I have a subcommittee meeting where we are going to look at the outcome of the interactions they've had with the candidates, and those who are not found culpable would have their results released for the CSSPS to also go ahead and place them appropriately for their senior high school education.
Very well.
Anyway, so as we know, the exams will be ending, that is WASSCE will be ending somewhere 19th September. what are the measures going forward that, looking at the fact that you've arrested between 18 to 20 individuals now in the examination malpractice of misconduct, what are you putting in place to ensure that, well, the right thing is done for the rest of the period where the exams will be happening?
Well, we've had to increase our presence around the examination centers. That is extra cost to us, but well, that is what we're supposed to do. We have deployed a lot more people to go around, especially in the areas where we have serious incidents of examination malpractice. As we speak, virtually every day people call from across the country indicating what is happening. Now that gives us a bigger task, because once we get to know that this is what has happened, we will certainly have to scrutinize the scripts coming from those centers in order that we do not award grades to people who do not deserve them. So much as we have deployed more people into the field to monitor the examination, we would also have our internal processes where we scrutinize their scripts in order that those who do not deserve any such grades would not be awarded them.
Wow. And also, same question.
Just a quick one for Mr. Kapi before we let him leave. Rumors of uniformed military men supervising examinations. Has this come to your attention? Is there any truth in it? What is the story behind this?
That is absolutely false. It happened that as part of our routine, when the examinations begin, the head of office would go to some of the institutions to find out what is happening over there. And we just happened to be at the Armed Forces Secondary Technical High School. When we got there, we found out that, in fact, there were two people in military uniform who came to welcome us. They told us they were teachers. In fact, that was the first time I actually saw them in military uniform. I thought that they were civilians who were teaching in there. So we went into the hall. The supervisor welcomed us into the hall. He announced to them that we're on our routine checks, and so they should come down and write the examination as usual. Now, then I saw this gentleman in military uniform. I even walked up to him. I asked the supervisor first whether the candidates were not intimidated by the presence of a military officer. I said, he was a teacher. Right. And that they go to teach even in the military uniform. Okay. Well. So it is not as if WAEC has tried to deploy military officers. There's a lot more for them to do than go around invigilating examinations.
Indeed.
So they are teachers at the Armed Forces Secondary Technical School. There's no truth about the fact that we have deployed soldiers to go and invigilate our examinations. No.
Right. Mr. Kapi, thank you so much for your time this morning, and we wish you well. Hopefully we get to engage again after the exam is done and then do an analysis of what we discovered or found out. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. This time in studio.
I hear you. I'll try and make it.
Right. John Kapi is the head of public affairs for the West African Examination Council, joining us via Zoom and giving us those insights there. Honorable, let me come back to you. There's a message. An old student of Dupont SHS is worried. He's asking if there is a way to stop such schools from registering to be part or to write at Odupon as a center.
Yes, so
he thinks it's giving Odupon a bad name.
Exactly, not just Odupon, but putting Kaswa back in the limelight for reasons that we have no. So yesterday, when we went ahead in company of the Municipal Education Director and his other officials, that came up, and I think the headmaster made a passing comment that going forward he would cut down accepting some of these people to come in and then use his school as a center, and that came up because there is a WAEC depot at his place, and so it makes it easier for other people to come when you have structural space to accommodate this students that come in or these schools that come in like that. I think that due to the dynamic nature of this conversation, managers put in place strategic measures, syndicators and collaborators also do a counter. It calls for a sustained national stakeholder deliberation on this. And we have to do this with without the lens of favoritism or anything, because at the end of the day, the people that we churn out come back to the society and they impact us positively or negatively. And so this sustained stakeholder engagement must not stop. We must, yes, we can't stop. So you see, next year examinations would come up. Whatever we are discussing now, okay, we would have implemented that. They would have also come back much stronger to compromise our system, especially when the public relations director said people that they send in ahead of time get compromised by either the private people. That's shocking. That becomes the last resort because clearly we cannot use uniformed people. In fact, all the centers have police presence there, but they do not even get into the halls of examination. They man the perimeters of the place and make sure everything is. But they cannot even get there because of panic reaction of the students and all that. And so clearly, sending uniform people inside there is a no-go area. Our only resorts are the people we have trained and then trust them to go. The other places, in Kasoa, we have the presence of the BNI or the NIB officials who come in dressed in mufti. And yes, most of the people you were seeing there were people. And were people from these offices. And I must say that after the incident, we made a few calls, and so there was reinforcement of these personnel at the centers. That is the 7 centers that we have in the municipality, just to make sure that quality does not get compromised after the first incident.
Wow. You have started a very good job as an MC to go around and monitor this exercise, and now you've been able to see some of the challenges. As an MC or within your district, what are some of the measures you've put in place to say, hey, going forward to the end of the exams, we wouldn't record such instances or such incidents that will mar the name of Kasoa or Ewutu Senya East?
Yep, I reiterated one of them earlier by increasing the number of the investigative people. So as I speak with you now, yesterday, not only the district BNI people, but the divisional commander himself was on ground to make sure we increase the number of his personnel across the various centers. I have a very solid relationship with the Municipal Education Directorate. The director is always with me with his people. We have increased. Yesterday alone, we deployed in excess of 20 more teachers from the Municipal Education Directorate to these centers. And most of the invigilators there do not know them like that. And our physical presence too. Besides, we have had conversations with people within the confines of the examination to feed us with information, because mostly from outside you might not get the authentic information, but when people from within, they brief you up and then we act on that. We believe that these interim measures have made it possible for us not to record any subsequent events from the ongoing examination, and we'll sustain that until the end of the examination for this particular trip, pending further discussion at the national level and the major actors there, so that by next year we would have been privy to some of the resolutions and some of the initiatives they have put in place to curb that.
I'm sure there will be a report after the exam, and so this report will feed into the reforms going forward. But thank you so much for your time. Before you go though, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kasoa would now be the biggest town within the Ewutu Senya East area?
Kasoa is Ewutu Senya East. That's our capital is Kasoa.
Okay, so the capital is Kasoa.
Yes.
Is Kasoa a difficult place to manage? That's my final question to you.
Oh, Kasoa is an interesting place to be. See, because of our cosmopolitan nature, we have people from all walks of life coming in. Okay, and so it makes it, it doesn't make it difficult. I don't know use the word difficult, but it would make you think outside the box to be able to manage the people well.
Keeps you awake at night.
Exactly, you will not sleep. The Kasoa job will not, and it's almost like they cook fresh problems for you to solve on daily basis. And it makes you tough. Personally, I've been in Kasoa. I've been living in Kasoa for over 25 years. So I understand the dynamics well. I've been in our political space for almost 2 decades, about 15 years. So I understand the people, not just within my political space, but across the political divide. And when you blend some of these things and coupled with your relations with people, you are able, because you see, I've visited ghettos, It is assumed that people from the ghettos or the bases cause problem. When His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama appointed me as part of efforts to make sure we bring crime rates, I've personally visited some of the ghettos, spoke and had interaction with the ghetto boys, made them aware what we are coming to do. Sometimes it's just about the interactions you have with them, and then they move next to the job opportunities you can link them to, just to take them off from being idle. Some of these things have helped to bring crime rates down.
Oh, beautiful.
Exactly. You could just, between January and then now, relatively, the name of Kasoa has been down when it comes to crime. And also, one of the things that we did was to start changing the narrative. You see, things happen in Ashalaja. That is Gassouth. They attribute it to Kasoa because of our growing nature. You know, that works best in economics, especially if it's a market or if it's a business. You always better off when you associate the smaller one with to the bigger one. It's the same thing when it comes to our city management and when it comes to crime. You know, you rip here, you rip there too. And so things happen in Nyanyano, things happen in Liberia Camp, things happen in Breku, things happen in Bojase, things happen in SCC. And they say Kasoa SCC, Kasoa Bojase, Kasoa Nyanyano, Kasoa Breku, Kasoa Liberia Camp.
Evacuated all those areas
exactly.
to Kasoa.
Meanwhile, it doesn't happen in Kasoa. And by this, I'm not saying that in the past things have not happened in Kasoa. We also have our fair share of issues. But the reportage over the time hasn't been right, especially when it comes to allocation. So what we have tried to do within these few past is to set the narrative right, then make sure that when events happen, your people, our people, the journalists go in there and then they do the right thing. And it's been yielding. About 1 month ago, an unfortunate incident happened in the adjoining municipality, that is the Gassouth municipality, around a month from thereabout. A mobile money vendor had closed from work. He was going home. Some people followed up, not only stole his money, but shot him, and he passed on. I think the police are working on that. That is clearly in Gassouth, but very close to Kasoa. In fact, we have a common boundary there. The boundary is almost similar, so you don't even know which point.
Exactly.
Okay. But for this advocacy, they would have reported that another person has been shot in Kasoa.
There was a recent one that happened at Chinese Down. There was a story of
that happened even in Gassouth, around Red Top thereabout.
So Chinese Down is in Gassouth.
Yes, and not in Kasoa. So you see, one of the things we've been able to do is to, but I'll have to say that our administration, myself and then my MP, Honorable Nakoyo Okuno, we are working closely together to make sure that we change the narrative and also bring up the level of education in there. Permit me to state this. About 3 weeks ago, we had this proposal. So we met the prison's Director General and then his people. And I propose us to have an experimental school like what the...
Boston Homes?
Come again?
The Boston?
No, not the Boston Homes. The Garrison School. And so for the first time, within the sub region in Ghana, we are going to have an experimental school in collaboration with the prison service in the Ewutu camp. We have a camp we call Ewutu Camp Prisons. Yes, we've been able to secure 3 acres of land out of that. So this school, when we are done with it, would have trained teacher personnel who are prison officers to be teaching in the schools. And this particular idea that we brought up that I've been championing is to make sure that we reset the fallen discipline standards within our school. You can imagine, like when you go to Garrison School and 37, when you even see them, the way they talk, the way they are, it's completely different. I attended Teshiprisek. We mostly interacted with them. And so that was where the idea came up. So having the opportunity to inform this decision, I brought it up. My engineers at the assembly bought into it. My honorable member of parliament supported it, and we have pushed it. And so by next year, we would have had that school coming up. Not only will it give preferential treatment to all other security agencies wards within the municipality, but then it will be open to the public too, and it would be the reset point for discipline and high academic standards to be reinitiated back into the school. We also, 2 weeks ago, I also led the Municipal Education Directorate to bring back my first day at school, where we bought books and learning materials, including snack, for all the 49 basic schools within the municipality.
Very well.
All freshers had access to books, some snacks, right, learning materials and all that. We welcome them to school like that. And so we are doing our best to make sure we bring up the standard of education, we elevate it.
Very well. Congratulations, and we wish you all the best. Honorable Seth Banini, MCE for Awutu Senya East.
The name is Seth Saba Sewonu Banini.
Seth Saba Sewonu Banini.
Yes.
Seth Saba Sewonu Banini. Wow. Thank you so much. I mean, this has been good. We are grateful for your time and your insights this morning. And we wish you well in managing the people of Kasoa and the entire Awutu Senya East. Maybe we'll find time to come there so we can do some more insights and nose dive.
The only nation within Ghana.
Kasland. All right, you're still watching Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 Television. Stay with us. We have a lot more on the show. Don't go away.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kasoa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kasoa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or being late, of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame.
Senya, God, the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
The Association of Ghana Industries, AGI, and the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, in partnership with the European Union, VRA, the 24-hour Export Development Secretariat Presidential Initiative for Agriculture, and the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry presents the Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition and the Biannual Environment, Science and Technology Forum 2025 from the 16th to the 18th of September, 8:30 a.m. daily. New venue, the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Accra. Theme: Unlocking Industrial Potential, Strategic Approaches for Ghana's Economy Transformation. Highlights include the VRA Village, EU Village, Chinese Auto Parts and Machinery Village, Entrepreneurship Village, Pharmaceutical and Herbal Industry Engagements, the AGI Pitch Contest, plus extensive networking through conferences, B2B sessions and exhibitions. Sponsors: VRA, EU, UNESCO, GIZ Pharmavax Project, Nexans, Republic Bank, ABSA and Bank of Africa. Media partners: CTFM, Joy FM, Joy Business, Channel 1 TV, Daily Graphic, BNFT and Back Press. For conferences and exhibition spaces, contact 0244 933 106. Remember, this year's summit and expo is now at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel, Accra. The general public is invited to the exhibition. GISE, Driving Industrial Growth in Ghana.
Life can get hectic, and sometimes we forget to prioritize our well-being. That's where Vano Mineral Water steps in. A refreshing solution packed with essential minerals, Vano Mineral Water keeps you hydrated and balanced. Whether you are at home or work, Vano Mineral Water is there to keep you going. Don't let a busy schedule hinder your health. Make Vano Mineral Water a part of your daily routine. Share the love with Verna Mineral Water, the choice for a healthy, vibrant you.
This advert is FDA approved.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Obeying later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. He go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia be luckiest. From not the block, she be luckiest. Me and you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Welcome back to Still Breakfast Daily, and right now we are about to open the phone lines. But before we open the phone lines, Philip, I really enjoyed that conversation that you guys had. It was a very important one.
We're talking about examination malpractice for a very long time, and the issues with that, it keeps occurring and all that. And even speaking to John Cappy this morning, 18 arrested so far, 18 individuals engaged in examination malpractice, and he even indicated that there may be more in the coming days. So we are just asking that the right thing should be done in the various schools and also when the various centers during this examination, because mind you, if the right thing is not done and you are caught, that is the end of your paper, and certainly the exams will be cancelled. You'd have to go through the process again. It's a very long process. Some of the messages that we actually received, someone said, good morning, please, this is Dorcas from Greater Accra, please, LAPRESEC has not received tablets. We are talking about tablets and all that anyway. And this is one too. Okay, the Dupont one was also read and all of that, but now we want to give the opportunity to you out there to share with us what you think that can be done to make our examination system right, or probably reduce examination malpractices, which we are always recording every now and then. So you can share your thoughts with that, and also maybe the year you wrote the exam. I'm sure that maybe if you wrote the exams in 2012 or 2013, 2015, thereabout, you would see that some papers sort of were cancelled, or there were issues with people having examination malpractices. You think that would become worse off than previous days, or we are better than how it should be? The MP we spoke to for Ebuakwa South, that is Dr. Kingsley Ajimani, saying that, hey, there should be a total overhaul of the way we write the exams, of the way we assess people when they are done with the process. Say you've gone through the basic school through to GSS, and you don't want to sit behind a 2-hour paper or a 3-hour paper to tell that you qualify for the next stage.
I think it's just the way, these exams are written that's causing the malpractice. But before we continue this conversation, we have Noble from Ayimensa who's joining us. Hi, Noble.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you, Mifwa.
Mifwa. All right, so
don't do as you should understand. My brother, how are you?
I said, how are you?
Well, I'm having an issue with hearing Noble, but I'm sure it will be worked on.
All right, Noble, so what can be done to curb examination malpractice?
All right. So these days we have a CCTV camera that can be installed in all the examination centers. But it's because Ghanaians, we are, I don't know how to put it, each other's enemies.
Right.
So the one monitoring the CCTV will also be compromised. Those days, I remembered, I wrote my BC in 2002, and they told us to come for classes. When we went to classes, we were taught something, and the next day the thing was in front of us.
Wow.
So someone from WAEC came to teach us, and the thing came, and we all passed. How you have to answer. So what is happening is from an insider.
It's from an insider.
Exactly.
So you have experienced it before?
Yes. So when the toad comes from the river and said the crocodile is dead, you should appreciate it. So we need to face this thing head on. Let's make sure that we finish the syllabus. Let's make sure that the students understand what we are doing. And let the teachers also make sure that they complete what they are supposed to do. And we are good to go. Now, when the exam time is up, whether you bring soldiers, you bring whoever, let's monitor them, let them fill at home and write what they can write. And we are good to go. But sometimes the exam is as if there are people who wrote BEC, and when they complete, they even do better than those who are passed.
Yeah.
So let's educate them and let them have a free mind when they sit in front of the paper. Just that they should write it like the mocks and the class tests that we have been writing. So good morning to my brother from Volta Premier those days. Nice day. Bye-bye.
All right.
Oh, that's it. That's nice. No, yeah. I was at Volta Premier FM in Ho Poly. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, so he has made his point that at least something better should be done when it comes to education or the assessment system.
Yeah, and he said one important. He also said that in is it 2002 when he was writing, someone from WAEC actually came to show them the answers.
But that's what John Kapi said, that they send invigilators ahead of time, and those invigilators they end up being compromised.
Anyway, Joseph from Bonri. Hi, Joseph.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
You're welcome to the show. Let us know your thoughts on what can be done to curb examination malpractice.
Okay. First and foremost, we must look at where these malpractices are coming from. Headmasters have been given the task to make their students pass. Now imagine you are receiving students from JHS who are having aggregate 40, 50. If they do not pass, the director then holds you responsible. So now every school is trying to get involved with these malpractices, which is uncalled for, and we must all turn away from it. Now let's look at what can be done. My brother was suggesting CCTV camera. Yes, we can introduce that. But how many schools, even a tablet, have not even been given to all schools? Can we do this CCTV camera? Can they be improvised? Something should be done. Now, going the other way around, the teacher is always being hit upon. But let's look at the community. Let's look at our homes. This corruption and this kind of malpractices mostly starts from our homes. And we put a blind eye to it. You take your child to the private school or to the government school, the main thing is to pass. Can we also look at the other psychomotor, the other things that the students can do? rather than only passing examination, if that is where Ghana is trending to, only passing examination, then this is where we will be heading up to.
Right.
So I think GES should also take a retrospect. They should go back, sit down, look at how things were done in the olden days, the A level, the O level. How were things done those days? And why are we here now? So those at the top, the lawmakers, they should rather look at some of these things. Now, please, there's this thing that WAEC is also not taking into consideration. How much are they paying vigilators per paper? Per my cross-check, I learned it is around 20 Ghana cedis. Now, if you are paying 20 Ghana cedis for an invigilation.
20 Ghana cedis?
Yes, per my set. Maybe you can do other settings and fine. 20 Ghana cedis. Now, this teacher is going to invigilate. And what really pains me is that the money doesn't even come immediately after they are done with their papers.
Right.
It comes sometimes even about 6 months, sometimes 8 months. And look at this money which is coming after 8 months. It has been depreciated. So those without integrity will actually go into these students, pay me this money, and I'll teach you, and then we go away. So I think WAEC should also take a look at this thing. The marking, the invigilation, the money that are paid when they are paid. If these are done, I think, Carter, we can make a headway in Ghana. So this is my suggestion, Joe.
Wow.
Right. Thank you so much. I think it's a good suggestion. I think it's a very good suggestion.
Yeah. If you're an invigilator and you're watching, let's know how much
you are paid
per
No, but
paper.
he said in his time.
Oh, in his time.
In his time.
Okay.
In his time.
Okay.
So that's why he said, how much is that? Do you understand? In his time. But then again, I think it's also important to note that, like I always say, when we talk about issues like this and when it comes to the kind of exams that we are writing, I feel like the mode of the way the right exams, I wouldn't say we, because I'm not writing it, the right exams now are so outdated. They're so outdated. It's like copy and paste. You understand?
It's actually pass poor forget or too poor pass forget.
I feel like they need to.
Yeah.
Well, before I continue, Nancy is on the line. Nancy from Kumasi.
Yes.
Hi, Nancy.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
I've been watching this thing over and over and over.
All right.
The thing is, we need to target the WAEC because that is where the questions are typed. What security measures are put in place? The one who will type the question, those who will distribute the questions, they will let out these questions. So even if you punish the students, punish the invigilator, punish everybody, and leave the WAEC people, it will continue. They are cooking the food. So if they don't give to anybody, who will get the food to eat?
Right. So it's about WAEC.
It's about WAEC and nobody else. But the question don't leave WAEC. If nobody will get it. So if they are packaging and giving some to some people and WhatsApping it to people, definitely. So this thing, they should deal with WAEC people, nobody else. Right. They should deal with the WAEC people. From the head to the typist to the security man who police the thing to go. It's the WAEC people who are doing it.
Yeah.
It's the WAEC people.
Thank you.
Wow. It irritates me when I see students struggling, parents struggling, some of them are single parents struggling to pay fees and whatsoever, only to hear that the thing is cancelled and they will relax, collect their money and say, oh, it's not me. And the poor parents will suffer. It should be, the whole thing should be started on WAEC. They should shake WAEC.
Right. Nati, thank you. He's saying that it should get to the doorsteps of WAEC.
From the top.
Down. But maybe I wish John Kapi would just answer this question as to the process, what they go through to get the papers at the various centers. And also, it's human being that is typing. And certainly the soft copy of the paper would definitely be there. So how is that also being handled after it's typed or something? But we have Michael joining us from the Volta region. Michael, let's hear from you.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, the issue is what the last two speakers have expressed. How much is the WAEC paying the invigilators? And the 20 cedis is woefully inadequate and demotivating. And it doesn't come immediately after the exam is written. It comes when it's left with 2 months, 1 month or 3 weeks for the next year's exam to be written. That is demotivating enough. Again, these days the students, when you're in class teaching them, they made up their mind that at the end of the day, they will get some links on social media, WhatsApp, Telegram pages to write. So from the onset, they will never be serious. Even the week the exam will start, you see some of them being serious, and by that time it's very, very late for them. So when they get to the room, they say start work. You see them checking where to get some help. So the students themselves do not have that self-motivating spirit. The intrinsic motivation is not there for them, and because they don't know why they're in the school. So we need to reset the minds of these students holistically, to let them know they have a purpose for being in the school, and they should take it from first year, not to relax, and the latter part then they will become serious, and by that time nothing can stay into their mind. And the security agencies, yeah, that's what the earlier speaker said. They are the people who transport the papers from WAEC office and to the centers. It will surprise you that the paper will come out before from that police station or wherever they are kept into the student's domain before the official writing date comes, which is very bad. So the whole thing begins from the top to down. It is not just one man's business or fault that to be penalizing teachers or students, cancelling papers, traumatizing parents and students. No, it is a whole, what should I say, chain of problems coming from different contexts. So we need to look at this and address them accordingly. If not, these things will always be talking about this. With this, by the end of this September, this exam malpractice being stopped. Next year, we'll start talking about it. So we are just repeating the same issue, doing the same thing by expecting different results. It will never come.
Right.
So I pray we do the right thing. And it's time if we can forget about this exam thing. Entrance exam to university should be there. If you pass, you are admitted. Entrance exam to SHS, if you pass, you are admitted. So that we forget about this exam thing and waste those money should be channeled to different developmental areas. Thank you.
Right.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So he's made his point clear. So for him, apply for the university or for the senior high school and write an entrance exams. If you pass, you go through. If you do not pass, but that one too, there's also another side to it.
Yeah, I think there will be either a lot of traffic or a lot of people will be disappointed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's actually a human being that is also backing that one too.
We have Evans from Kumasi joining us. Hi, Evans.
Hi.
Good morning. You're welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you.
All right. So what are your thoughts on what we're talking about?
What I'm talking, my contribution is that the exam of practice is like the issue is coming from GES. Because now the ministry, since some past back, since 2017, ministry is looking for higher performance. So they tax the regional directors. Then the regional directors will tax the district directors. Then they also tax the teachers. Then they rank them according to the BEC and WAPSI performance. And when it comes like that, some of the schools, they are having poor infrastructure. But they humiliate them if they don't pass well. And you know that the A classes, A schools, have good students who are very brilliant. And the C and the D schools, most of them are admitting students who are less brilliant, below average and things. But they rank all of them together. So now, when they meet at class meeting and other head of basic schools, they humiliate schools that don't perform well. So you see that all the time, the heads are also now, okay, if that's the case, then we should also find ways and means for our school to do better.
Right.
Everything.
Yeah.
And some of the teachers who are using that one as a means of getting money. So parents too, they want their children to pass. So even if they are pastors, and they said their children tell them that we are going to pay this money for us to pass, they'll give them to go and pay. So the exam of practice is from the Ministry of Education, GS, and some of the teachers who are also making ends meet from that loophole that has been created in the education sector. So let's look at them and check. When you say you are looking at school performance, it should be based on the what? Quality of infrastructure, teaching staff, and performance in the school, not the BEC and WASI. Now, when students are writing BEC, exams all practice all over, you could hear that they have been saying that they find teachers with questions on their phone. How do they come to get a question on their phone? It means that they screenshot or snap the questions during the exams, and they go and solve it. So the WAEC, they are doing their best, but because of this condition they are put up, that every region you perform well, district you have to perform. So from the district to the region to the national. So the region to that do not do well, you'll be questioned. The district that you don't do well, your regional director will question you. Then the schools who are not doing well to your district director will question you and humiliate you. So it's becoming a cartel. So let's look at it and go back to those days when we were schooling. That your performance, some of the students, they learn hard, but because they know that there's rapport, then they relax. Some of them, they write with their own strength, they will perform better than their poor results that are coming out now. So this is my contribution, to check that corner and make sure that we look at the academic performance by the outbringing of the children, the development you are giving to the human being, the future children, but not the exam that they are writing. Most of the children who read essay now, they can't even write common essay. Simple expression, they can't write. But they have A, B, A, B, A, B.
That's
so
true.
Please, let's look at this. It's very, very bad. Some of us, we feel so pity when we see this kind of thing because they are looking for money to go and pay for a poor, and so they will get their A, B. And the students who are very good, they are not getting any result.
That's true.
So that's my submission. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I think that I also agree with him. Yeah, I think I agree with him. We should find a way to stop shaming schools that are not, churning out good students, because the more you shame them, the more they are tempted to do things like this.
Well, it's true, but you see, sometimes if you do not name a particular school that is sort of not doing well, there may be a problem. That could come, it's a multifaceted problem. So, for instance, the teacher may not actually be delivering what he's supposed to do well. The students are also not learning and all that. But from what we've heard, some are blaming WAEC, another blaming GES, another blaming Education Ministry, another blaming the students. So it's a whole thing that has to be checked.
Let's talk to this person from that someone else, and I'll tell you who I'm blaming.
Someone, let's hear from you.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
So can we have another exam entity apart from WAEC? Because WAEC has been autonomous for all these years. Let me give you an example. I have an uncle who is an examiner who marks papers. It will interest you to know that you open papers, the candidate has not written anything, but put his number there, mobile money number, and want to give this amount of money to the examiner, and it's cut across all papers. And if you are an examiner that are paying you 20 cedis or 50 cedis for a paper, and someone is ready to give you 2,000, 5,000 for that paper, you can even call the person to come to your house and answer the questions. And it is happening. It is happening. I can give you a lot of evidence. So I'm suggesting we have our professors, we have Ghana Education Service. Let's get another entity apart from WAEC. Let me tell you, I had a classmate who was not too academically good. He struggled with his WAEC papers. Now he's a security at the WAEC. Another one is a driver at the WAEC. So what are we doing? We are just joking. So let's get another entity to challenge WAEC and streamline these exams. Let's categorize the students. Some people are academically good, some are not. Then we can weigh the pros and cons and see how we can work around this thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your take on this. You're saying that we should come up with a new
entity,
assessment body. I don't know how that one is going to work out.
Well, maybe not come up with a new assessment body, but it's important to change the way things are done. It's been done one way for a very, very long time. Try other ways. There are different type of, examination styles.
But John Capios actually said that there were some methods that we're going to use.
You can use project-based because the people that wrote the IGCSE, that's the O-level.
And that was what the MP for
they actually do project-based, and the exam is just 35%. The exam is just 35%. The whole year, the project they're supposed to do is 65%.
Hold on, we have another caller, Mahama, joining us. Let's hear from you.
Hi, Mahama.
Hello.
Let's hear from you, sir.
Oh, sir, it's good. These guys brought this topic up.
Come again?
It's good we brought the topic.
Yes, okay, good. Go ahead.
It's good these guys brought this kind of topic up. You know, I don't want to disclose my identity that much because my father was once working as a WIEC officer. Good. You know, these things, especially in the Bonga Hafu region, I have written something like a novel several times. The school, even the teachers, I don't know where they get the questions from. Even when the questions are brought to the schools, you don't know where they get the questions. They snap the questions to the teachers. The teachers, some part of the students sit somewhere else, and they solve the questions for the students.
Mahama, go ahead. Don't be listening to yourself. I think you are listening to yourself. So
and it's very bad about that.
Okay, I think he's made his point. Mama, thank you. He's saying that he sees some vigilators or teachers solving the questions for the students or the candidates. What if he says that is actually bad? And that is all what we are saying here, because if we are writing exams, say BEC or WASI, and at the end of the day, we get issues with the exams, and also people are also having problem here and there. Vigilators are assisting the candidates to misconduct themselves. There is a big problem. But Chris, like I was saying, people are blaming WIEC for that. Others are blaming GES for that. Others also blaming.
For me, I'm blaming both of them.
Why?
They need to change the way of doing things. It's 2025. You cannot keep doing the same thing all over again.
It should be the entire education system.
That's what I'm saying. So it's everybody. It's everybody that's it's in charge of this, because like we are churning out students that only know copy and paste. Like what one of the callers said, they're getting A and Bs and A and Bs, but tell them to write an essay, they can't. Tell them to express themselves, they can't. They can't, they can't. It's so sad when you listen to some of these people that have these A and Bs, huh? I passed with flying colors. What flying colors? Now express, let me hear you talk to me. They cannot even express themselves. So what kind of flying colors did you now pass with?
Which of the flying colors?
You understand?
Which of the colors? Is it red or blue or green?
So I just think it's about changing the way exams are written. I know sometimes if we talk about maybe computer-based exams, that one might be too heavy because you need a lot of computers. You understand? But that's also a good way of writing exams, because once you answer your questions, the question is gone. If it's about if you're going to use computer-based, once you answer your question, it's gone. Yeah. So yeah, that might be a bit challenging because not everybody has computers, and that means you need a lot of computers. But let us try different ways of assessment. That's what I'm saying. Let's try project-based. They have a whole year. Not every subject might be project-based, but some subjects can be project-based, and then the exam can just be, say, 45% or 25% or 35%. But let's see what you did in that project by yourself. You know, something that you can help the person to think. Not every day A, B, C. Jesus Christ. It's tiring. It's honestly tiring. And you know what? It's tiring because we get to deal with some of these students. We've seen some of these students that come out with these flying colors. There's nothing flying about their head. There's nothing. And you see, I'm not even just blaming Ghana alone. No, this is not a Ghana thing. Yeah. This is a West African thing. This is a WIEC thing. Every country that writes WIEC, we have this problem. Oh, you don't want to do the Nigerian one.
Really?
It's the same. I passed with flying colors. Oh, yeah? Talk to me. Express yourself. It's nothing. Because it's copy and paste.
Wow.
I've seen the Nigerian on before. Just one time I went to I didn't school there, but I went to visit and I followed my cousin where they were writing one of these exams. Charlie, you sit down like this and then they tell you, wait, okay, the invigilator is out, or the invigilator comes and say, okay, these are the answers. A, B, and people are just shaking. I'm like, wow. Wow.
What is happening
Is this
here?
what happens in this country? I was like, wow. So just like the guy said, so it's just I don't know.
Anyway, it's just interesting. But joining us in the studio is Akol Komsing. He will talk about the City Business Olympics. But before that, your take on the WAEC or the examination issue, mixed examination malpractice. This morning we spoke to the WAEC PRO, and he indicated that some 18 or more have been arrested, found in examination malpractice.
I mean, I like the fact that people are taking it from like educational system point of view, but I also like to take it from a social point of view, our family point of view, right? The reason why people normally want to cheat and make all these grades without being able to express themselves, like Chris is saying, is because of how we celebrate people with flying colors and we put people who do not do well down. So two people walk into a room. One says, I made a first class. One says, I made a third class. Instantly, we think the first class is smarter than the third class. Instantly. And that's how our society has been structured. So I think we should, I don't know how we can demystify this whole thing of if somebody makes a first class, that means they're smart. And if somebody makes a third class, that means they are not smart. Or somebody makes a fourth class, or even a pass. I have seen people in my class who are not like the sharpest in class, but then they are the most successful, if I put it that way, right now that we are all done with school. So society should also find a way to let the person that made a third class to feel like, hey, you are not an outcast, you are not good for nothing, you are actually worth something. Probably school is not your thing, but maybe business is your thing. So we'll be able to let everybody feel special, let everybody feel like, hey, I mean, I may go to school, I need to learn how to read and write. I know a classmate of mine, a classmate of mine said, this whole degree I did is going to amount to nothing because all I need is, I want to know how to read and write. If this is A and that's B, I should be able to identify. That's all that matters to him. And he has never used the degree ever since we were done with school. He has never used it. But he's running a business, he's doing fine, he's okay.
And he's employing the people.
And he's employing people. Do you get? So society needs to also accept people who do not make first class. I mean, I grew up in a family where if you are not part of the first 10 in class, you'll be lashed.
Whoa.
Do you get? And I mean, growing up now, I'm asking myself, okay, so I didn't make a first class. My siblings, I think the last one is the one that was going to make a first class. So does it mean the last one is smarter than all of us that came before her?
Yeah.
Do you get? And then you'll be celebrated, you'll be put, oh yeah, Charlie, that's my son. You know, it's the prestige and the, I would say, social gratification of, oh, like, that's my friend, he made a first class. But what about that friend of yours who made a third class?
Yeah.
You get? So I feel like society needs to accept all of us. Every student is a good student, you know. We need to just find where we can place them and what we find.
And I like
so,
what Eko said, with every student is a good student, but it's just about knowing what kind of learning system works for which student.
Exactly.
Because not everybody learns the same way. Do you understand? Like, there are a lot of people that have conditions that are in schools that they are not supposed to be in. And the teachers don't know because the teachers are not even educated to know that, oh, this person has a learning problem. We need to teach this person this way. Maybe this person works better with images. Maybe this person works better with listening. You know, not everybody learns the same way. It's like people who are dyslexic. You understand? You can see someone that is dyslexic and then you call the person dumb outrightly, or call the person that, old man like you cannot spell. No, it's just a condition. There's just a way to teach them because they see things differently. You can see C-A-T, cat, but they can see T-A-C because the letters always jump around in their eye, and it's a condition that they have. They're not just dumb. They're not dumb. It's just a condition.
So you have to find a way to educate
you have to find
those
a way.
people.
So I don't know when. I don't know. Teachers have a lot to do.
Yeah.
I really respect them. Maybe it's also time to invest more in, teachers and teachers to find what works for them, or even learn different styles of teaching. You understand? You are doing one way for everybody. Are we all from the same mother?
Anyway, Chris has said it all, and Paul has also said his side of the safe story, or he shared his view. But let's now get to him. Reason why he's here, join us on set. Paul.
Yes.
Why are you here?
Oh my God! If you see me repping in my jersey, looking smart, looking casual, you know that time. You know it's September, and every last Saturday of September, we will bring all the corporate bodies together to actually exercise. You know, we are there to exercise, to connect. You know, people mostly come with the mind of like we're going to compete. That's not like the primary reason. The primary reason is to be there to connect, to exercise, to build relationships, to build connections for, future use. So the City Business Olympics is on again this year. This is going to be, I think, the 18th or 19th edition. It's really come a long way. Wow. Yeah, and it's going to be a beautiful and a fantastic time at the Eden Heights Sports Complex. So this year is going to take a different shape. It's going to have a few additions on there as well. Because you realize, I've been to City Business Olympics a couple of times. If people are not competing, they are probably just sitting down, right? Because if I'm not competing, I'll sit down and not, I'm seeing Jama.
Or they're eating.
Or they're eating, right? So what can we do for these people as well? Sometimes even there's somebody in the office who his or her company has registered, but is going to say, if I go, I'm not going to play football, I'm not part of any of the activities, so why should I be there? There's a reason why you have to be there, because it's not just about the competition, it's not just about the sports, but then you also get to connect and meet people as well. Also this year, like I said, a few additions has been added. We are going to have the wellness corner. So, you are there, you are not actually competing, or you are not actually taking part in any of the games, but you are there to support your colleagues and everything. You can actually go to the wellness corner and go, engage with a nutritionist, with a doctor, check your vitals, all of these things, so you can be able to know your well-being as well, the state of your well-being, because that's also very important. That's what we are promoting, right? They say a healthy mind lives in a healthy body. So if the body is not healthy, the brain will stress. If the brain is stressed, the body is going to feel it. There's a popular statement which says adrenal nyejuma body in brain. So if the brain is not in a good state, the body is going to feel it. Sometimes we keep saying, I am stressed. You are stressed and you're complaining about body pains and all of those things. It's because the brain itself is tired. So then it will feed onto the body, because the body is responding to what the brain is telling it. So we need you to be there so you can also see like a wellness doctor, see a nutritionist. You are eating something they are not supposed to be eating. How can they direct you to be able to eat well as well? So that's what's happening on the 27th of September 2025 at the Eden Heights Sports Complex. I'm looking forward to it, and I know it's going to be a big one.
And also, we know that for the City Business Olympics, the numbers that come in, the companies that troop in, ECHO. Please, we told them this for This is Ghana exhibition, that if you do not register you will not get the slot. How is it going for this is for the City Business Olympics? Because it's just, I think 2 weeks from now, or a week. 2 weeks, 27th.
So how I do my calculation is, once I've been this week, I don't calculate. I also don't calculate the week of the event, because I know the week of the event, somewhere in there, the sold out will come.
Okay.
So I normally would say we have only a week to go. Because today is what? 12th.
Yes.
Next week is 19th.
Good.
Next 2 weeks is the event. Yes. Now 21st to 27th or 21st to 26th, sold out the bow baby.
To come
somewhere in the week. So I normally take that week out, and then this week is done. So technically, we have just a week to go. A lot of companies would want to associate with the City brand because of, the leverage you're going to get. And it's not, somebody will say, we're not bragging, we know what we are worth. We are worth our salt, and we would always give you the leverage that you need. We'll always give you the mileage that you need. And in even in marketing, there's something called, is it associate marketing, where you associate with a brand to be able to project yourself. Now look at a brand that is partnered with the Olympics. It's not because of just the brand, but the Olympics is big, so they want to partner with them to be able to run it. So we are calling on everybody to be part of the City Business Olympics because, one, you are partnered with a very credible and a brand that has goodwill. Also, you are going to put your people in an environment to be able to express themselves. Now, somebody will be sitting in the office, will not be able to give their best, but at City Business Olympics, they'll be able to engage and find you that connect that you've been looking for the longest time. We are talking about education here, right? Maybe that guy in the office is not like the best when it comes to anything, but probably on the field of play, he will be the best to be able to get you like those points or that trophy that you've been looking for. So we need people to be there so they'll be able to express themselves and push themselves. Now, if you don't call now, you'll be there saying, oh, I'll call the final week. By the time you hear it is sold out. And once it's sold out and we have the numbers that we need, we'll not add on, because it's a one-day sporting event. I say it's a one-day Olympics. Even the big Olympics, they did 2 to 3 weeks to be able to execute it. We executed everything in 1 day, so we wouldn't take on so many people. Because as a Namdodo on Senkwai, but I'm quite with you, and Namdodo Besero. So make sure you call 0558-973-973 so you can be able to register. Come with your people. We have so many sporting activities that we'll be engaging in. I just want to run us through the sporting activities that we'll be engaging in. This year, we are not going to be having table tennis. And we'll have video games. So, you can still come. You can still come. There will be a surprise for you. But this year, the competitive games that we'll be having is 7-a-side football, volleyball, basketball for men. Volleyball is for both men and women. Basketball is for men only. Lime and spoon for men.
Why don't you have 7-a-side for the women? Because I heard some ladies expressing some sort of interest in playing football.
Yeah, you see, all of this is also.
Have you watched female women's football before?
I like women's football for one thing.
Why? For what?
When the boys go here, all 22 players.
But I think they've moved beyond that.
They've moved beyond
that.
They've
moved beyond that. They've moved beyond that. Now women are playing fantastic football.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if you are, maybe you should try. Maybe the subsequent ones, give them the chance. 7-a-side. Even if not 7-a-side, maybe 10 or 5.
5-a-side.
Yeah, 5 on half of the
7-a-side pitch.
Yeah. Exactly.
If you have a lot of people that are registering for that, then because it's
when you put it out there, the organizations you have your managing director who is a woman in the goalpost and who is catching the ball. She's catching all the balls. Imagine her nickname she will get when she gets to the office on Monday. She's a keeper. Anyway, go ahead with
She's a what?
Keeper. Go ahead with the discipline.
Yeah, but we have a 7-a-side football for men, volleyball, men and women, basketball for men, lime and spoon, men and women, arm wrestling, men and women, long tennis, men and women, sack race, men and women. We have draft, now at dummy. We have chess. There's a critical difference between draft and chess. People think if you can play draft very well, you can play chess. Draft you need a brain, but chess you need double the brain. Scrabble, we have that as well. And Scrabble too is a very, very smart game for a lot of people as well. And then swimming for men and women. And the ultimate for the day is the CEO's challenge. Go post there. Just
play the ball.
Oh my God. I love the CEO's challenge for one thing.
Why?
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they play sort of, you don't want to say stomach direction.
I didn't say it. But if I say someone who says, I've attacked you or hey, I didn't say that. But But I also love when I see the female CEOs actually having won over the male CEOs. It's exciting for me because I'm like, our women are doing it. We love it.
City Business Olympics is very interesting. I remember when it was done at Bema Camp.
Yeah,
it was interesting. One there before. Now Eden Heights Sports Stadium.
Yeah, but our new home. Yeah, our new home is Eden Heights Sports Complex. Eden Heights has it all. I mean, when you talk about state-of-the-art basketball court, Chris is a basketball player, so when she walks into Eden Heights, she knows what we're talking about.
I'm happy. Anytime I walk in there, I get so
excited.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, if you're playing basketball, you know, the timer, the sound, the referees, the basketball courts, the
sport is actually even in an enclosed place.
Yeah, air conditioned, you know.
That's what, and you know, funny enough, that's what every country needs for its national team to progress to international games. So Ghana has to build one. Eden Heights have tried. Ghana needs to build one.
Isn't one at Boteman? Where I've not seen
one. There's one at Boteman, but what's the state of Boteman itself?
Exactly.
You know,
we'll talk about it.
Let's put Boteman on the side for now.
I mean, because when I watch the basketball at the City Business Olympics, it's just sad that the country is not so investing in it so much because there are a lot of players.
Oh, for basketball,
a lot of players.
Even me as I'm sitting
for basketball?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Really?
See.
You should come.
Oh yeah, you should be there.
Yeah, you should be there.
The players we have in Ghana for basketball,
a lot.
It will beat your mind.
Yeah.
But these guys, you see, and I don't blame them because, I mean, if you're playing basketball and you say you're taking it professionally, what you eat, you get.
That's the thing.
So all these guys who could have been like good global basketball players are now in the corporate offices, sitting behind the desk, is not training and is losing his skill.
Yeah.
Do you get? So.
And waiting for City Business Olympics.
You know, to be able to express themselves. And I tell you no lie, that's the only time they get to express themselves. Because they feel like, oh, City Business Olympics is a good opportunity for me to be able to play. There's a camera on me, people can see me. And even in their rusty nature, they are even able to play some good basketball. So I'm like, what if you pick such people, you refine them, and then you put them out there to be able to compete for Ghana. So we have a lot. I mean, even for the football, I mean, you see some really good players are like, but let Domo Blasters midfield there. Oh my God. They'll do it for you. So, I mean, the City Business Olympics is a good platform for a lot of corporate businesses as well. I mean, corporate bodies. Also, like I said earlier, the connections are going to be big. You know, like, I mean, I always say it's a city event. It's only a city event where the protocols are dropped. You know, talk about Heritage Caravan, protocols are dropped because you're sitting next to a CEO. City Business Olympics protocols are dropped. So you can see the marketing manager you've been looking to. You're playing football with him on the same pitch.
You can speak to him and exchange contracts.
You know, once the ball goes through, you say, oh, senior, please, I'd like to see you after the game, okay? And then that's it, you know. You've been able to build some connects as well. So that's it. Also this year, another thing we are adding to it is going to be the CEO's Lounge. You know, the CEO's Lounge is going to be big. Because, I mean, you know, sometimes when the CEOs come, you know, they are like, oh, child, where would I be? Where would I? Don't worry. This year,
we have a lounge for you.
Proper one, set up very well, you know, with some small churches and various, to be able to.
And I like that part because, see, all CEOs get to meet at one place. It's a business avenue. So before you move out of the space, maybe somebody who is into the service industry can help somebody who is into products. Or somebody who, I don't know how it's going to be done, but that's networking that is going to be done there. You just exchange contacts and, mind you, another business sparks from that place.
Big.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and then also this year, you know, aerobics is also very big. So we're not going to have just one aerobics session at the beginning because normally we'll have one big aerobics session and then we are done. We are going to have aerobics intermittently. We are going to have workouts intermittently. So a lot has been added. Like I said, the health corner is there. You can go there and actually speak to a nutritionist and all of that as well. And then I've spoken about the CEO's Lounge as well, and then the workout sessions and all that. So it's going to be a good electrifying space as well. And there may be a surprise. You may never know. I mean, we are still putting things together, putting flesh to the skeleton. So don't worry. There could be a surprise for you as well. But you need to call to be able to register a sport.
I feel like registering a sport is very important because what I find very frustrating is after everyone has registered, then some company will be running around. Oh, please, I want to play. Please, I want to register. Oh my God.
You know, and that also distorts
It distorts a lot of things.
So people should register.
We beg.
I mean, come early.
Come
8
early.
a.m. is 8 p.m.
Yes. Come early, register early. Don't show up late.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've seen people.
Imagine they show up late in basketball. They show up late and they still want to play.
I've seen people disqualified, and it's pretty sad.
Yeah.
You know, to see that. I mean, you really want to compete or you want to partake in this,
but
and
you're
then
late.
You are late and you have to be disqualified. Just show up early. You know, get your teams there early on time, and everybody is going to be served very, very well. So it's going to be an awesome time at the City Business Olympics, and we are going to have a good time. I mean, when you're doing this, it's always beautiful to have sponsors with you. And people actually supporting. So some are sponsoring, some are supporting. Don't worry. We are grateful to have you on board. And if you are watching me right now and you want to sponsor, don't worry, you can be part of it. But also a very big thank you to UNB Bank for being our sponsors for this one. And then also, I mean, we are supported by Bethel Logistics. I mean, Bethlog, awesome people. So they are supporting us as well. So, hey, it's going to be such an awesome time. I am looking forward to it. That's where my energy comes alive. You know, people say, oh, we see you at the This Is Ghana exhibition, we see you at Agri-Fair, we see you at Back to Your Village Food Festival. Don't worry.
Have you seen me at City Business?
Oh my God, that is when I come alive.
Beautiful.
And when I say Ekwa is alive, you people should understand. That's when I come alive.
Yes, walking up.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ekwa has said it all. Yes, we just entreat you that you register early and follow the needed procedures and be part of the City Business Olympics. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you more on the show. Stay with us.
The City Business Olympics is back! It's all about